remain outside the 30-yard circle. Square leg at a deep position and a long on. Asif Rasool. This time beautifully done and equally well fielded by Parvez Rasool, who's swift in that position of short mid-wicket. The first over comes to a close. It's one without loss. Bijbehara Sports failed, witnessing a high-octane semi-final. Elegant Strikers unbeaten so far in the tournament, and Bijbehara Sports, they have lost one match en route to that semi-final berth. Shahid and Akash Ayub went cheaply in the previous match, and Shahid, so far he hasn't been able to score freely in this tournament. This is the stage. You need to put up runs on the board. You need to have that mark for which you have been selected in the side, and you need to come up good. Over number 2 of the innings, it's going to be Ishfaq Butt is going to operate from the market end with a slip in place. There is a short fine leg inside the circle. The batsman looking to ramp. Akash Ayub, he's a conventional batsman, likes to play normal cricket, but he likes to bat outside his crease as well. Centurion in this tournament. Youngster, he's skillful and he's talented. First ball of a fresh over. An underedge on that occasion. He was trying to go offside. The ball isn't coming onto the bat. So far what we have seen from the looks of it, the pitch was rolled properly. It's watered adequately. And Shafi Rasool, the chief curator, he's done an outstanding job in getting these 22 yards ready for this match. This match is being played on the side pitch, one of the side pitches. Fielder at point goes to a sweeper position on the offside because Akash Ayub likes to go over the top. Ishfaq Bresnan comes out outside the crease. That one has gone up in the air, and Akash Ayub has been sent packing. That's the first wicket. Apt field placing on that occasion. They knew that Akash Ayub might be dancing down and trying to go after the bowlers. Outside edge was found, and an easy catch at deep third man. It was pouched safely. Akash Ayub goes cheaply once more, and Elegant Strikers are in early trouble. They won for the loss of one wicket, and the new batter is going to the centre. I'm being joined by my fellow commentators in the commentary box, but before I go to them, let me tell you the journey of these two teams to the semi-final spot. Bijbehara Sports Club, they won the first match clinically. They won the second match brilliantly. Those two matches were played on the same day, and Parvez Rasool shined in the first match. Ahmed Bande was the man of the match in the second one. They lost the third match by a narrow margin, and in the fourth match they were given a walkover because Syntax Stars were not able to show up, and that's why they are in the semi-finals. Talking about Elegant Strikers, they won all their 4 matches, and they won all their 4 matches with some sort of conviction and satisfaction, and that's why they're finding themselves in this important semi-final alongside Bijbehara Sports Club. Next ball. This time the batter gets an inside edge. He was trying to go forward, that forward prod. 2 more runs yielding him a couple. Hurar Sofi is off the mark, and Elegant Strikers, after being put into bat, 3 for 1, as I'm being joined by Adil Qayyum and Manzoor Bhai. I welcome both of you in the commentary box. as this important match is underway between Bijbehara Sports Club and Elegant Strikers Srinagar.
Thank you, Irshad. So, ladies and gentlemen, it's one of the showpiece events that was a delightful stroke, but couldn't penetrate that gap between cover and extra cover. And as Irshad said, that it was a well-planned dismissal of Akash Ayub. If you reckon that Bilal Ghazi was sent to cover point and there was a traditional third man being put in, and they knew that Akash Ayub loves to go after the bowling, the ball took the outside edge and straight down the throat of third man. So Ishfaq Butt, after getting the priceless wicket of Akash Ayub with his tail up, will be bowling to Horar. That one, the ball didn't rise as much the batsman would have anticipated, just offering the full face of the bat, and it deflects towards the covers for no runs. As Ishad was saying, that both these two teams have played some beautiful cricket throughout the tournament, and if you have a look at how Elegant Strikers have faded throughout this tournament, they have played beautifully, and Bijbehara Sports has been second to none. Once again, a change in the field, Bilal Ghazi being sent to cover point, and I think Ishfaq Butt might go full once again, inviting Horar Sofi to go for that extravagant drive. That one, jagging off a length, the ball took the outer half of the bat and through that vacant area between gully and point for a comfortable single. Bijbehara Higher Secondary Ground, it's an iconic venue, it's an iconic center which has hosted cricket for decades, and it has produced some brilliant players like Abdul Qayyum Bagaw, Parvez Rasool, only to mention a few, and there is a young prodigy going on in the form of Aqib Mir, Talha and others. And once again, Asif Rasool will start a fresh over from the higher secondary end, and he will be bowling to Horar Sofi. He has got the same field with long on back at the boundary with a scale leg as well. Asif, who is a wily customer with the ball, and he loves to keep it straight within the stumps and not easy to pick him off the hand. That one, oh, terrific delivery, and yes, he has got him. The ball took the outside edge, and the ball took the outside edge, and Imran Zargar was lightning fast behind the wickets, didn't do any mistake.
He was bold.
Sorry, my dear viewers, because we had some problems with the screen. In fact, he was cleaned up by Asif Rasool. That was a peach of a delivery, just pitching on the middle and off, holding its line, no clue whatsoever for Horar there. And Bijbehara Sports have drawn second blood. Horar Sofi has been sent packing. Irshad.
Horar Sofi was caught in no man's land. He was neither forward nor backward, and half-hearted. The ball after pitching went straight, and that has been the problem with many a batsman. Picking Asif Rasool, thinking that the ball might spin in, it might dot in, and many of his deliveries, they keep straight after pitching, and that's why he picks up many of his wickets. We have seen with so many bowlers in international circuit as well, picking up wickets with those straighter deliveries. Asif Rasool, he was a medium pacer in his younger days when he played for the state as well, and then with the advancing age, he just took to spin bowling. He's been mighty successful in doing that, tossing that one up, some sort of air as the batsman is forward, Khalid Butt, and this is the man to watch out for. He's the man who likes to build his innings, likes to accumulate runs earlier on, and once he's set, he packs a punch. So far he will take some time, he will eat so many deliveries first up, but then he catches them up later on He lights the crowd with his blitzkrieg. He's an exceptional talent for elegant strikers. Asif Rasool has bowled brilliantly so far. He's got men at right places, bunts it down the ground, straight to extra cover. He's off the mark, Khalid Butt. Shahid is yet to get off the mark. He's batting on a knot of 6 deliveries. Such has been the discipline so far from Asif Rasool. He comes up with some sort of discipline leading from the front. And up front once again, this time that one jagged in off a length. That in-dipper from a seamer. He was a seamer prior to this. That's why he has got that experience of bringing the ball in earlier on. New ball, and he is using that new ball to a great effect. He has a deep backward square leg on the boundary, is a long on the boundary in case the batters use their feet and come out of their comfort zone. This is exactly what he has done. That's gone up, that's gone over, and that is the first maximum of the match. Brilliantly done over mid-wicket. Khalid Butt decided he has had enough. Swung it across the line and over deep mid-wicket. First 6 of the match takes elegant strikers to 12 for 2. Asif Rasool, 1 wicket for 9 of his 2 overs. He's bowled brilliantly, and Ishfaq Bresnan from the market end is reaping rich rewards. He hasn't been among us the wickets, but yes, he has taken that one important wicket of Akash Ayub, because he gets carry from that end, gets a lot of bounce and generates immense speeds from that end, and that's why he has been mighty successful. Manzoor bhai, I'd like to come to you. This has been discipline throughout these 3 overs so far, be it Ishfaq Bresnan or Asif Rasool. First ball of a fresh over, he was trying to punch it, he's beaten outside the off stump. It's a dot to start the 3rd. The 4th, beg your pardon.
स्वागत और खुशामदीद आपका करना चाहेंगे बिजबेहारा स्पोर्ट्स फील्ड से एक बड़े मुकाबले के साथ। सेमीफाइनल नंबर फर्स्ट है बिजबेहारा प्राइमर लीग का एडिशन 3rd, और टॉस जीतने के बाद आज बल्लेबाजी करने का फैसला लिया है एलिगेंट स्ट्राइकर्स के कप्तान खालिद भट्ट ने। और फिलहाल एक खराब शुरुआत नजर आ रही है यहां एलिगेंट स्ट्राइकर्स की ओर से। दोनों बल्लेबाज जो है वो वापस लौट चुके हैं और खालिद भट्ट पे निगाहें रहेंगी। जिस तरह का फॉर्म वो इन्होंने इस टूर्नामेंट में दिखाया, इस बार ऊंचा गेंद का है, नीचे खिलाड़ी आ रहे हैं और कमाल का कैच लेते हुए, लाजवाब कैच, आसान रहता नहीं, पीछे जाना और कैच लपकना, एंटिसिपेशन लाजवाब वहां खिलाड़ी द्वारा, और तीसरा झटका लगता हुआ एलिगेंट स्ट्राइकर्स को, और कमाल की गेंदबाजी हो रही है यहां बिजबेहारा स्पोर्ट्स क्लब की ओर से।
That was a bad shot. That ball deviated, and that's why that ball went high up in the air. And what about that grab inside the ring at short mid-off? That was brilliantly taken. It's never easy if a fielder is backtracking and taking it overhead. That's brilliant skills, and this is a brilliant grab. It's 12 for 3 in all sorts of trouble. Elegant strikers.
कोई दोहराई है नहीं। 12 के स्कोर पे 3 विकेट गवा चुकी है एलिगेंट स्ट्राइकर्स की टीम, और उवैस शाह का आक्रमण अब विकेट के ऊपर होता हुआ। दबाव की स्थिति है, सेमीफाइनल मुकाबला है, आसान चीजें रहने वाली नहीं है एलिगेंट स्ट्राइकर्स के लिए, और इस दबाव से निकलना पड़ेगा और एक सम्मानजनक स्कोर तक पहुंचने का प्रयास रहेगा एलिगेंट स्ट्राइकर्स। डिपेथेस बैटिंग में कमाल का प्रदर्शन इस पूरे टूर्नामेंट के अंदर रहा है एलिगेंट स्ट्राइकर्स का। अनबीटन ये टीम है इस टूर्नामेंट की अगर बात करें, लेकिन आज कड़ा इम्तिहान है इस टूर्नामेंट में एलिगेंट स्ट्राइकर्स का, और ये सेमीफाइनल मुकाबला है, यहाँ कम गलतियां आपको करनी होंगी। और उवैस शाह अनुभवी बल्लेबाज हैं, मालूम है इन परिस्थितियों में किस तरह बल्लेबाजी करनी है, लेकिन आज टेस्ट होगा इस बल्लेबाज का भी। और इशफाक भट्ट की अगर हम बात करें, 2 विकेट इस खिलाड़ी ने ली है और दूसरा ओवर अपना कर रहे हैं। कमाल की गेंदबाजी अब तक इशफाक भट्ट द्वारा देखने को मिली, और इस विकेट पे खासा प्रभावित उन्होंने किया। इससे पहले भी इशफाक की अगर हम बात करें, और वो लेटरल मोमेंट उनको मिला है, गति जनरेट कर रहे हैं, और ये अच्छी खबर है बिजबेहारा स्पोर्ट्स क्लब की ओर से।
Yes, absolutely. As I was making my way to this commentary box, I saw that there is some sort of freshness in the pitch. There was a little bit of juice in the pitch, and he's extracting it to a very good effect. He's picked up 2 wickets on 2 very good deliveries. The ball moving away from the right-hander. One took the outer half of the bat and went to deep third man where he was pouched safely, and the other one taking that upper part of the bat as he was trying to play a chip stroke over the head of the fielder at mid-off, was caught brilliantly by that mid-off fielder inside the ring.
और एक चीज आप नोटिस करें, 2 स्लिप्स लगाई गई है कप्तान द्वारा, और इससे आप समझ सकते हैं कि इशफाक भट्ट को कितनी मदद मिल रही है इस विकेट के ऊपर.
This is I'll give the whole credit to the captain who's leading from the front, and he's going for the kill. It's not that he's waiting for the batsman to make mistake as that ball, that lateral movement going away from the right-hander, upper part of the bat, and that was held brilliantly once more, showing you on the screens. I was talking about going for the kill. If a captain, fielding captain, he knows and has got that game awareness, and he knows that the 2 batters are new to the crease, and he needs to get Khalid Butt earlier as well as Uwais Shah, because both of these 2 players are mighty capable of getting a partnership and getting their team to some sort of respectability. Almost another one, and the ball is holding in the surface once more. As I was mentioning, coming to that point once more, the captain going for the kill, no matter what's going on in the middle. 2 new batsmen, and he's coming at them. He's trying to pick up wickets. That's a good idea.
जी हाँ, कप्तान ये सोच रहे होंगे कि क्या टॉस जीतने के बाद पहले बल्लेबाजी करना सही फैसला था इस विकेट के ऊपर, क्योंकि लगातार आप देख रहे हैं कि इस विकेट के ऊपर जो है बॉल धीमा आ रहा है, उस वजह से बल्लेबाज ठीक तरह से स्ट्रोक खेल नहीं पा रहे हैं. लेकिन समय बिताना होगा विकेट के ऊपर. परिस्थितियां इस वक्त मुख्तलिफ हैं. और लीजिए कमाल की गेंद, लेकिन अंपायर के इशारे की तरफ देखना होगा. नो बॉल का इशारा आ गया है. जी हाँ, क्लीन बोल्ड किया था खालिद भट्ट को. अंदर आती हुई गेंद, चारों खाने चित हुए थे बल्लेबाज, लेकिन लीजिए खालिद भट्ट के पास किस्मत है. भाग्य इस खिलाड़ी का साथ देता हुआ, और नो बॉल का इशारा है अंपायर की ओर से.
Yeah, it's a lucky escape from Khalid Butt and elegant strikers. He was cleaned up by Ishfaq Brazdan on that occasion, but as they say that fortune favors the brave, and Khalid Butt has been the braver at the moment. So Bijbehara Sports going for the kill, as Irshad rightly mentioned, and why not? They have got 3 scalps in no time, and they would love to maintain this pressure throughout. And at the moment it is 15 for 3, and
No ball. Unfortunately, it's too close. It wasn't a no ball.
so Khalid Butt getting a breather from the umpire on that occasion, a no ball called, and now Uwais Shah. Uwais Shah on that occasion just nudging it off the pads for a quick single, and that takes the total up to 16 for 3 after the completion of 4. And as Irshad was rightly mentioning that it's the captain who is leading from the front. He is marshalling his troops up to the task, and he knows that if they have to get something out of this, they have to maintain that pressure. And I think it will be Asif Rasool. Asif Rasool will continue the proceedings from the higher secondary end, and he'll be bowling to Uwais Shah. Same field for Uwais as well. There's a deep point on the boundary, and we have got a deep square leg as well. That one just allowing the ball to come on the bat and trying to run it down. The third man not able to penetrate that gap, and no addition to the total. A peculiar field being set up by Parvez Rasool. There's a short cover catching and a short extra cover as well. Asif to Uwais, that one just allowing the ball to come at him and steering it at the last occasion for a comfortable single. And these two batters are mighty capable of steering the ship of elegant strikers, and the captain of Bijbehara Sports knows it very well that if they have to restrict them to a paltry total, they have to see the backs of these two batters as early as possible. And that's the field setup being set up at the moment. Asif Rasool to Khalid Bhatt. That one coming into the right hander, just flicking it off the pads for Parvez Rasool to pick up at short mid wicket, not for any runs. Khalid Bhatt, who is a terrific batter by all sorts. There's a misfield at the point region. The ball is going towards the boundary line, crosses over the fence for 4. Poor fielding from the fielder at point region. The pressure was building on both the two, and this is where the fielders have to raise up. This is where the fielders have to support their bowler, because if they allow easy runs like these, it will transfer, it will shift the pressure back at the bowling side. So far, a terrific contest between the bat and ball going on, and we're seeing Asif Rasool getting ready to bowl to Khalid Bhatt. That one just holding its line, and watchful Khalid Bhatt offers the full face of the bat, just deflects it back to the bowler for his follow through to pick up. Asif Rasool once again bowls to Khalid Bhatt. Oh, that was a terrific delivery, holding its line, tagging into the right hander, and at the last moment I think Khalid Bhatt was lucky that he got his bat at it and no damage done. So after the completion of 5, it's 21 for 3. So both these sides are star-studded, and they know each other's weakness, they know each other's strengths, and the duo at the center at the moment, Uwais Shah, a flamboyant left-hander, and Khalid Bhatt, a terrific right-hander. They know that they have to stabilize the ship, they have to make sure that they undo the jolts which they received in the earlier part of the innings, and Ishfaq Bhatt will continue the proceedings from the market end, and he will be bowling to Uwais Shah. A slip, a point, a third man, a cover point, a short extra. Uwais Shah goes inside out and blasts it over the cover for half a dozen. That's the shot of the match so far. Just easing onto the front foot, offering the full face of the bat, getting those wrists of steel into play and helping it over the cover for 6. This is what I was talking about, the capability these two have. Uwais Shah in particular, he loves to go after the bowling, and he knows that if it is in his slot, he will definitely go for the kill. And straight away, the straight away that shot invited a field change. That Bilal Gassi, who was stationed at mid wicket, was sent to deep cover point fence, and as Irshad rightly mentioned, that it was a release shot, and I think both these batters have decided that it's going to be Uwais who will look forward to release that pressure, and Khalid Bhatt will play that ship anchor's role to stabilize the ship. Oh, that one just pushing it gently towards the cover region for a quick single. And this is what these two batters are beautiful when it comes to nudging the ball in the gaps and occasionally getting that boundary stroke as well to keep the scoreboard ticking. So fine leg has been brought inside the 30-yard circle, and the two men outside the 30-yard circle are a cover point and a traditional third man. Ishfaq Bhatt, for the 4th time in this over, will bowl to Uwais. Uwais goes on the knee and deposits it over the cow corner for half a dozen. This is some serious batting from Ovasha. He knows that we are struggling, and the only way to get out of this struggling phase is to put some pressure on the opposite side, and this is exactly what he's doing. That shot over extra cover on the previous occasion was a delight to watch, and this was a slog on the knee over the cow corner for 6.
And Ishfaq Bresnan is feeding to his strengths. He's feasting on them. Uwais Shah helps himself with another boundary. This time in front of square. He's trying to bowl back off a length. Sits up nicely. Wasn't a bad delivery at all. But Uwais Shah knows that Ishfaq Butt has got a problem. If he's unsettled, he gives away too many runs. That's exactly on the back of his mind, and that's why he's trying to unsettle his line and length, and to some extent he has been successful in doing that. Single finishes the 6th. Power play is done and dusted. It's 40 for 3. Asif Rasool and Ishfaq Butt bowling in tandem. Given away 14 runs for 1 wicket. Asif Rasool, Ishfaq Butt. He's been on an expensive side, 25, but he has taken 2 wickets. That is the most important part of it. Khalid Butt and Uwais Shah have been the men of crisis for elegant strikers on so many occasions. They have done this. They have studied the ship for their team. They have made it sure they get involved in longer partnerships. And we have a message for you, a simple one, is that stay away from deadly drugs. One of the deadly drugs, heroin. It has made a mess already in this part of the world. So many people, especially the younger age, have been involved in this menace. We need to curb this, and everyone needs to play a part. Everyone needs to come forward and help this cause, because life is always beautiful. Bowling change. Spin has been introduced, and look who has introduced himself. It's going to be Parvez Rasool with some magical off spin. Right kind of approach by the skipper, because the left-hander is out there, and using an off spinner will take the ball away, and a slip has been posted as well. That's a brilliant idea, because Uwais Shah so far he's played some gorgeous shots, and he has threatened to take this game away from Bijbehara Sports Club, but they won't want it to happen. As Parvez Rasool, he's got that stock delivery of his, that brilliant up-spinning delivery with pace. He has troubled so many batsmen throughout the world. It's not in this part of the world. Parvez Rasool, this time it's too close for that dab to third man, misses it completely. Short third man is inside the ring. There's a huge gap between Point, who is sweeping on the offside, and third man. He was trying to utilize that. Parvez Rasool catching mid-wicket. Once again, that one came back viciously, and Khalid Butt gets a lucky escape once more. An inside edge goes whistling away to the third man, to the fine leg boundary for 4, as wicketkeeper Imran Zargar was not able to hold on to that catch. Let's have a look at it once more. That one, that was viciously turning into the batter. Brilliant bowling from Parvez Rasool. Is using his experience. That one is hanging up in the air. It will take some catching. It has been put down. What are you doing with that cricket ball? Wicketkeeper was not able to hold on to one, and this time a simple catch. He did all that hard work coming from the point boundary, and he was not able to hold on to it in the last moment when he was trying to close the grip on the ball. He's put it down. Living dangerously is the man, and this time he gets hold of it. He's going to be caught. And finally, Parvez Rasool has had the last laugh. He's got a big fish. And it is Khalid Butt, after so many lucky escapes. Every day is not a Sunday. He has to go finally. Brilliantly caught at long off boundary. And Parvez Rasool has that awareness. Invited once more. He came down the wicket, toe end of the bat. And a good catch on the boundary. Parvez Rasool is amongst the wickets straight away. Good catch, good running catch by the fielder on the long off boundary. Wicket number 3 for Bijbehara Sports Club. Is it fourth? Yes. Wicket number 4, 47 for 4. They are in all sorts of trouble. They are in dire straits at the moment, as Khalid Butt, the man of crisis, who's done it on so many occasions, has gone back to the hut.
देखें खालिद बट का जो विकेट पे स्टे रहा है वो काफी निराशाजनक रहा है. काफी बार वो अनकन्विंसिंग लगे विकेट के ऊपर और ज्यादा समय लिया नहीं. परवेज रसूल ने खुद इंट्रोड्यूस करवाया और यहाँ बड़ी विकेट, क्योंकि खालिद बट जिस फॉर्म के अंदर नजर आ रहे थे इस टूर्नामेंट के अंदर, कमाल की पारी पिछले मुकाबले में इस खिलाड़ी ने खेली थी. 65 रनों का योगदान अपनी टीम को दिया था और आज जरूरत थी एक बड़ी इनिंग्स की, लेकिन स्ट्रगल नजर आया और वो स्टे जो उनका शॉर्ट स्टे रहा विकेट के ऊपर, उसमें आज वो विश्वास नजर नहीं आया उनकी बल्लेबाजी के अंदर. क्लीन बोल्ड किया था शुरुआत में उनको इशफाक बट ने, लेकिन नो बॉल. और उसके बाद इसी ओवर में बिहाइंड द स्टंप्स एक मौका बना था, लेकिन इमरान जरगर बिहाइंड द विकेट चुके थे और परवेज रसूल अमंग द विकेट्स. और ये इस खिलाड़ी की खासियत है, आन बान शान है जम्मू कश्मीर क्रिकेट के परवेज रसूल की. अगर हम बात करें बदलाव फील्डिंग में वो चाह रहे हैं, मिड विकेट पर जो खिलाड़ी हैं उन्हें हटने का इशारा किया जा रहा है और स्लिप एक लगाई गई है नए बल्लेबाज के लिए और मंजूर इलाही आए हैं बल्लेबाजी करने के लिए. और अब यहां से एलिगेंट स्ट्राइकर्स को एक पार्टनरशिप की जरूरत है. जिस तरह उवेश शाह और खालिद बट बल्लेबाजी कर रहे थे, ऐसा लग रहा था कि एक रिव्यूल्ड फेज चल रहा है यहाँ एलिगेंट स्ट्राइकर्स का और कोशिश की और प्रयास हो रहा था कि एक सम्मानजनक स्कोर तक पहुंचना पड़ेगा एलिगेंट स्ट्राइकर्स, क्योंकि बिजबेहारा स्पोर्ट्स क्लब की अगर हम बात करें बहुत खतरनाक टीम है गेंदबाजी के हवाले से और फिर बल्लेबाजी भी बहुत मजबूत है इस टीम की. तो एक चैलेंजिंग टोटल बोर्ड पे सेट करना पड़ेगा एलिगेंट स्ट्राइकर्स.
I think that was a poor shot from Khalid Butt on that occasion because he miscued the previous one, and this was the most important phase of the game where Parvez Rasool was bowling from one end, and then at this stage Khalid Butt should have shown some more responsibility, just maneuvering these overs and going for the kill in the final phase. But it's all ifs and buts. Khalid Butt is gone, and now all the onus lies on Uwais Shah and Manzoor Ilahi. And yes, if they have to post a decent total on board, these two have to fire all guns blazing, because we all know how capable Uwais Shah is with the bat and Manzoor Ilahi is no mug with it. But the most important thing at the moment is to maneuver Parvez Rasool, because if you give him wickets, he will come very, very tough on you, and that's what these two have to keep in mind.
देखें, जब भी शुरुआत में किसी भी गेंदबाज को विकेट मिलता है तो हावी हो जाता है आपकी बैटिंग लाइन के ऊपर, और परवेज रसूल के पास वो अनुभव है, वो कला है और वो क्लास हैं, वो यहाँ पे जल्दी विकेट्स निकालने की क्षमता रखते हैं. और ऐसे में मंजूर इलाही के पास अनुभव है और उस अनुभव का आज लाभ उन्हें उठाना पड़ेगा. ड्राइव किया गेंद को, वहां लॉन्ग ऑफ बाउंड्री पर गेंद जाते हुए पीछे खिलाड़ी मौजूद, एक सिंगल के साथ उवेश शाह आज काफी खतरनाक नजर आए विकेट्स के बीच में. कमाल के स्ट्रोक सब तक उन्होंने लगाए हैं ऑफ साइड रीजन पे, कवर्स के ऊपर से वो स्ट्रोक कमाल का स्ट्रोक था. दर्शनीय स्ट्रोक इसके उवेश शाह के बल्ले से अब तक देखने को मिले हैं, लेकिन लंबा स्टे अंत तक खेलना होगा उवेश शाह को यहाँ पे एलिगेंट स्ट्राइकर्स की ओर से. अंकित को गेंदबाजी सौंपी जा रही है. अंकित अपना पहला ओवर कर रहे हैं गार्डन एंड से और दाएं हाथ से ओवर द विकेट. इस बार स्वीप करना चाह रहे थे, विकेट कीपर रोक नहीं पाए और गेंद बाउंड्री लाइन से बाहर 4 रन के लिए. और इस बार पढ़ नहीं पाए हुए इस शाह की अगर हम बात करें, स्वीप करना चाह रहे थे और ये स्ट्रोक जो है खतरे से खाली था नहीं इस बार. अगर उवेश शाह की बात करें, लेकिन रिस्क यहाँ लेना पड़ेगा अगर आप बड़े स्ट्रोक्स लेना चाहते हैं और एक कम्पिटिटिव टोटल तक जाना पड़ेगा तो बीच में आपको बड़े स्ट्रोक्स भी खेलने पड़ेंगे। और उवेश शाह 22 के निजी स्कोर पे बल्लेबाजी कर रहे हैं, सिर्फ 11 गेंदों का अब तक उन्होंने सामना किया है और 200 की स्ट्राइक रेट से बल्लेबाजी कर रहे हैं, लेकिन एक छोर से लगातार विकेट्स गिर रहे हैं एलिगेंट स्ट्राइकर्स के लिए। अंकित गेंदबाजी करते हुए ओवर द विकेट और इस बार आगे आए, स्ट्रोक खेला ऑफ साइड पर, वहां खिलाड़ी पीछे मौजूद, एक सिंगल के साथ स्कोर अब जाकर पहुंचता हुआ 50, लेकिन 4 विकेट के नुकसान पर 8वां ओवर है प्रगति पर। तो ऐसे में एलिगेंट स्ट्राइकर्स को एक पार्टनरशिप की जरूरत। खालिद भट्ट और उवेश शाह की जोड़ी 28 रन जोड़े, लेकिन खालिद भट्ट का स्टे जो था वो समाप्त हो गया पिछले ओवर में। परवेज रसूल ने उन्हें चलता किया और यहां से अब किस तरह की रणनीति एलिगेंट स्ट्राइकर्स को निभानी चाहिए, क्योंकि जिस स्थिति के अंदर मौजूद है 50 के अंतर्गत 4 विकेट गंवा चुकी हैं, क्या करना चाहिए इस स्थिति के ऊपर?
Actually, they have a Damocles sword swinging on their head because both these spinners are very good with the ball. On that occasion, Uwesh Shah goes inside out into the cover fence for 4. That was a delightful stroke, just easing into that shot and piercing that gap between shot extra and cover for 4. And at the moment, I think Uwesh Shah has to take that responsibility on his shoulders for scoring those quick runs and give some time to Manzoor Ilahi so that he can get his eye in. On that occasion, Uwesh Shah is not happy with himself. He could have deposited anywhere over Scaleg, but it goes towards Bilal Ghazi for a single, and after the completion of 8, it's 60 for 4, and Parvez will start a new one from the higher secondary end.
जी हाँ, बात हो रही है कि यहाँ से एक पार्टनरशिप की जरूरत है और मोर्चा एक छोर से संभाल रखा है। उवेश शाह ने तेज गति से रन्स बनाने का प्रयास उन्होंने एक छोर से किया है, लेकिन दूसरे छोर से अब तक उन्हें साथ नहीं दिया है बाकी बल्लेबाजों ने, और ये मन में रहेगा। मंजूर इलाही जो नए बल्लेबाज आए हैं, अनुभव इस खिलाड़ी के पास हैं, वो जानते हैं परिस्थितियां इस वक्त एलिगेंट स्ट्राइकर्स के लिए बहुत मुश्किल हैं और 7 के अंतर्गत 4 विकेट गंवा चुकी है। परवेज रसूल अपने पहले ओवर में एक विकेट अर्जित करते हुए और एक स्लिप लगाई गई है। परवेज रसूल गेंदबाजी करते हुए एक बार फिर नजर आएंगे। पहले ओवर में एक विकेट खालिद भट्ट को उन्होंने चलता किया था और उनके पास वेरिएशन से इस गेंदबाज के पास फ्लिपर आपको नजर आएगा, स्टॉक बॉल इस गेंदबाज के पास है और पहली गेंद इस बार ऑफ साइड पर स्ट्रोक लिया, ऑन साइड पर स्ट्रोक लिया, उस ओवर मिड विकेट पर खिलाड़ी मौजूद एक सिंगल के साथ। इरशाद भाई से मैं जानना चाहूंगा परवेज रसूल का स्पेल कितना महत्वपूर्ण रहेगा बिजबिहारा स्पोर्ट्स क्लब के दृष्टिकोण से अगर देखा जाए तो, क्या किस रणनीति के साथ बल्लेबाजी करनी होगी परवेज रसूल के खिलाफ एलिगेंट स्ट्राइकर्स को?
Well, they don't have to take risk at all against Parvez Rasool because he's got that experience and he knows what he's doing. That is the most important part of his bowling, and he has troubled many a batsman throughout the world, and batting against him is not an easy job if you are a batsman who likes to hit over the top. But they had to drop their wrists, they had to pick up ones and twos, get that odd boundary in his spell, and then they try to attack the other bowlers that are introduced. But Ankit is a mystery spinner at the other end, might not be easy against him as well. Parvez Rasool. Uwesh Shah is not happy at all because he had a scoring opportunity. That was on the pads. There was a fielder at deep fine leg on the boundary, but he had got a chance of putting it into the gap between mid wicket and deep fine leg. Parvez Rasool straying onto the pads. And this is brilliant batting. This is what I was mentioning. Manzoor Ilahi and Uwesh Shah, they need a partnership. They can't afford to lose another wicket here. 63 for 4. The run rate is kind of okay, but they have to just stabilize their innings. They can afford picking up ones and twos because the field has been spread out brilliantly. And now Parvez Rasool has got 2 men at close-in positions. One at a catching mid-wicket, one at a catching extra cover. And that's brilliantly done by the man at short mid-wicket. Bilal Ghazi moving to his left and stopping what would have been at least 2 runs. Parvez Rasool, what a spell it has been so far. Once again, no pace whatsoever. He knows what he is doing. He knows what is on the back of his mind. Parvez Rasool. It's very difficult to get him away and score briskly and freely against him. Is one way of doing it. Jahangir Lone style, going across the line and trying to unsettle, but he has got that experience and he's got that skill. He can get him out anytime. So the safe way of doing it against him is to knock it in the gaps, plug that one end where from Parvez Rasool comes and picks up 3 to 4 wickets, and then see the other bowlers what they can do against them. That's the right kind of approach needed at this moment.
63 विकेट के नुकसान पर और जहन में रखना होगा 150 तक प्रयास करना पड़ेगा एलिगेंट स्ट्राइकर्स, क्योंकि कम टोटल्स पर भी हमने मैच बनते हुए इस टूर्नामेंट के अंदर देखें और चेजिंग आसान के भी रहता नहीं है और सेमीफाइनल का दबाव किसी भी टीम के ऊपर होता है, चाहे आप कितनी भी बड़ी टीम क्यों ना हो, दबाव आपके ऊपर इस बड़े मुकाबले का रहता है और ऐसे में कोशिश और प्रयास रहेगी यहां से एलिगेंट स्ट्राइकर्स की बल्लेबाजों को कि वो एक सम्मानजनक स्कोर तक जाए और ओवेश शाह का यहां रहना एलिगेंट स्ट्राइकर्स के लिए बहुत महत्वपूर्ण, क्योंकि वो जिस शैली से बल्लेबाजी कर रहे हैं और जिस मनोबल के साथ उन्होंने अब तक इस विकेट के ऊपर बल्लेबाजी की है, वो एक कॉन्फिडेंट बल्लेबाज नजर आए हैं बाकियों को छोड़कर, जितने भी एलिगेंट स्ट्राइकर्स के बल्लेबाजी करने के लिए आए हैं। नया ओवर प्रारंभ हो रहा है, अंकित गेंदबाजी कर रहे हैं, मिस्ट्री सिपनर हैं और ऐसे में आसान चीजें रहने वाली है नहीं। ऑफ साइड के 30 गज दायरे के अंदर 3 फील्डर फील्ड कर रहे हैं और फिलहाल बात अगर इस मुकाबले की जाए, पहला सेमीफाइनल है और कल दूसरा सेमीफाइनल होगा इस टूर्नामेंट का, जहां अल सफीर क्रिकेट क्लब बनाम डड्डू रेंजर्स दूसरा सेमीफाइनल इस टूर्नामेंट का खेला जाएगा और शानदार ये लीग रही है। मेरे साथी इंग्लिश कमेंटेटर आदिल कुयूम जो कि लोकल हैं और जानते हैं इन परिस्थितियों को, इस मैदान को और इस लीग को, क्या कहना चाहेंगे, आपके क्या थॉट्स हैं शानदार लीग के बारे में? तीसरा एडिशन है।
It has been an absolute extravaganza from the Bijbehara Cricket Association, this edition of Bijbehara Premier League, and the amount of logistic support and the kind of deck they have offered to the players is second to none, and I think credit goes to the people who are associated with Bijbehara Cricket Association, particularly Parvez Rasool, for providing such a platform to the budding cricketers of the valley. And talking about this pitch, there's not enough for the spinners, to be honest, but it's the quality of bowling from both the ends, particularly Parvez and Ankit, that who are giving nothing away for the batters to pounce upon. And once again, Asif Rasool will start a new over, probably the last over of his spell from the other end, that is the market end, and Uwais Shah has just flicked him off his pads for a single. And Manzoor Ilahi would love to go after Asif because he loves to go after the bowlers, and his batting style, we all know that he loves to accumulate those runs at will, and this is really going to be the most crucial phase of this innings as far as elegant strikers are concerned. That one just holding its line, offering no pace whatsoever, and this has been the mantra from the Bijbehara sports spinners so far, that don't give any pace for the batters to play with. On that occasion, just allowing it to come onto the bat and pushing it into that gap for Parvez to pick up, not before going for a comfortable single. And Uwais Shah, all lies on his shoulders, and elegant strikers would love that he stays there as far as possible, because we all know how capable he is with the bat in his hand.
Asif Rasool is trying to go across the line. That's not the shot you are playing at the moment, because you lost wickets in a heap, 4 of them for 65. Keeping in mind that there is a mid wicket on the boundary, there is a square leg at a deeper position on the boundary. Uwais Shah once again, shout for LBW, might be going down the leg side, and the umpire signals a leg by. that was clearly going down the leg side to the naked eye. So Asha was winding up for a big slog over deep mid wicket. Change in field, left-right combination out there in the middle. Has always been a problem for the team captain who's fielding. But Parvez Rasool, he's got plenty of experience to handle this. Generating a lot of bounce on that occasion, the ball after pitching. Not deviating any further, as was rightly mentioned by my fellow commentator, that there is nothing particularly for the spinners. Earlier on, faster men, seamers were able to generate some sort of advantage because of that lateral moment and an awkward bounce because of that juice in the pitch. But as the game progresses, and as the game has progressed so far, that juice has dried up completely, and now it's turning, it's becoming a pitch flatter, and it's becoming quite easy to bat on. But he talked about the quality of bowling from both the ends. Be it Asif Rasool, be it Parvez Rasool or Ankit, both of them have got quality, they have got skill, and they can just bowl brilliantly on a flat deck. So far they have given the glimpses of their bowling. They haven't given away too many runs, and they have picked up important wickets as well, barring this one has gone over mid wicket, catches the call, and he has been put down. Once again, all that hard work has been put to trashes there at deep mid wicket. That should have been taken. He almost took that as he was jumping. As the jump was coming down, he lost control of that ball. It would have been a big fish. And Parvez Rasool, well, he's playing with the sentiments of the batters there. That's brilliant bowling. If you are an off spinner, that one skidding across. The pace with which Parvez Rasool bowls and gets that ball to skid and turn, that is vicious. Once again, Parvez Rasool with a shorter run up, with that hop of his. And once it pitches, the batsman knows nothing about it. That was brilliantly bowled. And Manzoor Ilahi, I think he got a tickle onto that. He's given away leg byes. Once again, no conviction whatsoever. And this time it kissed the bat on its way to deep, fine leg boundary. The batsman come back for a couple, but there has been no conviction when the batters have faced Parvez Rasool, Manzoor Bhai. It has been a struggle against some quality off spin from Parvez Bhai, because he likes to bowl at a decent pace, and if any batter wants to pick him from the hand, it's quite difficult, because the odd ball keeps straight after pitching, the odd ball comes in viciously after pitching outside the off stump. That has been a struggle for sure for both of these batters. But Uwais Shah, he must consider himself lucky, and elegant strikers also must consider themselves lucky, because he was put down at deep mid wicket. And Parvez Rasool bowling his tails up, he's bowling brilliantly here, not giving away too many runs. He's in his third over, and he's given away only 11 runs so far, with a ball to come in the third over. That speaks volumes about the experience that Parvez Rasool has got. Round the stumps to Uwais Shah, deep mid wicket, deep square leg, slows the pace, foxes him completely there. That is outstanding bowling from one of the premier off spinners of India. As over number 11 is done, it's 73 for 4, elegant strikers.
कैचिंग खराब रही है यहाँ पे। अगर बिजबेहारा स्पोर्ट्स क्लब की बात करें, दूसरा कैच था और पोजीशन में भी खिलाड़ी आए थे इस बार कैच लेने के लिए। काफी लंबा रास्ता उन्हें तय करना था, लेकिन दोनों बार नाकाम रहे और परवेज रसूल सिर्फ एक विकेट जरूर लिया है, लेकिन 3 बार उन्होंने मौके बनाए यहाँ बिजबिहारा स्पोर्ट्स क्लब के लिए। फिलहाल सर्वाइवल जारी है। उवैस शाह वो मैदान के बीच बल्लेबाजी कर रहे हैं। 32 के अंतर्गत 30 गेंदों का उन्होंने सामना किया है। 2 चौके और 2 छक्के अब तक उनके बल्ले से लगे हैं। मंजूर इलाही 8 के निजी स्कोर पे बल्लेबाजी कर रहे हैं। 73 4 विकेट के नुकसान पर 11 ओवरों का खेल समाप्त। 54 गेंदों का खेल अभी भी बचा है एलिगेंट स्ट्राइकर्स के पास और लगातार दबाव डालने का प्रयास हो रहा है। और परवेज रसूल का पिछला ओवर 4 रन उस ओवर से आए और आखिरी गेंद जो थी कोई जवाब था नहीं। उवैस शाह के पास पूरी तरह चकमा खा गए और ये इस गेंदबाज की क्षमता और कला है, ये इस क्लास है कि किसी भी बैटर को चकमा दे सकते हैं।
Manzoor bhai there was on the leg stump and look at that turned viciously outside the leg stump. The ball pitched and then it moved away from the left-hander, just about to kiss that off stump. That is some turn on a pitch which is flat. That is outstanding bowling from Parvez Rasool.
कोई दोहराई इसमें है नहीं। और अंकित एक बार फिर गेंदबाजी के मोर्चे पे नजर आएंगे। सिर्फ एक ओवर उनसे करवाया था, लेकिन मयंक को गेंद सौंपी जा रही है। मयंक रावत आए हैं गेंदबाजी के लिए और अंकित को हटाया है गेंदबाजी के मोर्चे पे। पिछला ओवर आसिफ रसूल से करवाया और एक बार फिर बदलाव। ये कप्तानी जो आप देख रहे हैं और पहली गेंद पर प्रयास किया है, बड़ा स्ट्रोक, गैप में शॉट, कड़क शॉट मंजूर इलाही द्वारा और 4 रन मोर्चा संभालते हुए ये यहाँ पे जो दबाव की स्थिति थी उसको कम करने का प्रयास कर रहे हैं और ऐसे शॉट्स की जरूरत है एलिगेंट स्ट्राइकर्स को। मंजूर इलाही चौके के साथ 14, 79 रन 4 विकेट के नुकसान पर एलिगेंट स्ट्राइकर्स। मयंक रावत गेंदबाजी कर रहे हैं और कप्तानी की अगर हम दूसरे आगे गेंद और इस बार खेला है और कोई खिलाड़ी के पास कोई मौका नहीं, 4 रन और उससे भी बेहतर एक बार फिर मंजूर इलाही आक्रमण करते हुए नजर आ रहे हैं। 2 गेंदों से 2 चौके और दबाव गेंदबाज के ऊपर अब नजर आएगा। पहली 2 गेंदों पर 2 चौके और ये करना पड़ेगा एलिगेंट स्ट्राइकर्स को एक बड़े टोटल तक जाने के लिए। और लगातार उच्च छोर से हमने तीसरा बदलाव देखा। कप्तान परवेज रसूल जिस तरह मिश्रण कर रहे हैं गेंदबाजी में और अगली गेंद इस बार शॉर्ट गेंद पीछे आए, गेंद को खेला है ऑफ साइड रीजन पर, उस और खिलाड़ी मौजूद, 1 रन ही मिलेगा। पहली 3 गेंदों से 9 रन आते हुए इस ओवर में। अच्छी बल्लेबाजी अब तक मंजूर इलाही द्वारा। विकेट पे जब से आए हैं तो कंफर्टेबल नजर आते हुए 19 पर वो जाकर पहुंचे। 16 गेंदों के अंतर्गत उन्होंने रन बनाए हैं और इस ओवर में अब तक 3 गेंदों से 9 रन आते हुए उवैस शाह 32 पर बल्लेबाजी करते हुए 30 गेंदों का अब तक उन्होंने सामना किया है। काफी बेहतरीन बल्लेबाजी एक छोर से उवैस शाह के द्वारा देखने को मिली है और वो इस स्टार्ट को कन्वर्ट करना चाहेंगे बड़े स्कोर में और इस बार फुल फेस ऑफ द बैट आ गया। इस ड्राइव करना चाहते थे और इस बार गेंद के पिच तक पहुंच नहीं पाए और कंप्लीटली बीट होते हुए विकेट कीपर इमरान हारून बिहाइंड द स्टंप्स मौजूद। इमरान जरगर माफ कीजिएगा विकेट कीपर हैं। अगली गेंद, आगे गेंद, बड़ा स्ट्रोक फिर लेना चाह रहे थे और एक बार फिर चकमा खाते हुए धीमी गति से डाली हुई गेंद ऑफ स्टंप से बाहर करने का प्रयास किया जा रहा है और वो स्लॉग स्वीप लगातार देख रहे हैं उवैस शाह।
He's trying to target mid wicket and cow corner. Instead of doing that, he should go inside out because Parvez Rasool is inside the ring. There is no one backing up on the boundary and that becomes a risk-free stroke and that will almost another one, and that was going to be one of the blunders from Manzoor Ilahi. He almost sold his partner down the river as he had turned it on the onside. He's looking for a run. Let's have a look at this once more. Turning it away onto the onside. Well, he was in the middle of the pitch. He was nowhere in the picture. Had that throw hit the stumps, it would have been out. 84. We are in over number 12 as 12 overs have been completed. Mayank Rawat, 11 runs came off of that first over from Mayank Rawat. He too is a genuine off spinner. He picked up 4 wickets in the previous match and he scored 30 odd runs, quite brisk runs in that match as well. Manzoor Ilahi and Owesh Shah, they need to get it right. They need to assess and reassess the situation after a gap of 2 to 3 overs, because 12 overs have been bowled, 8 overs to come. Anything below 150 might be fairly easy for Bijbehara Sports Club, but we have seen Bijbehara Sports Club struggling against low scores, and we have seen so many matches being lost by Bijbehara Sports Club and chasing those low totals. Low totals, they're always intriguing and they are always difficult for a team who is in prime form, because the batters come up with a mindset that they might take some time and then build a partnership, get it easily done, and they lose wickets. Another kind of approach, the batsmen come hammer and tongs, they lose wickets at regular intervals, and that's where the team loses the wickets. But Bijbehara Sports Club, they have to make it doubly sure to win this one, go into the finals, punch their tickets for the second straight time into the finals of Bijbehara Premier League. They were brilliant in the previous edition. They're outstanding thus far in this competition as well, losing one game by a very small margin. Only 134 was the target in that match against the Dadu Rangers. It's a bowling change. Up and over. That will be 4. Mansoor Elahi is breathing fire at the other end. He has decided that he will go after the bowling. That's the right kind of approach when you are being tied down at one end. The bowlers are not allowing you to come up the blocks quickly, and you hitting his straps, trying to hit some boundaries, trying to release that pressure. That's what Mansoor Elahi has decided. He's batting on 23 of 17. Owesh is batting on 32 of 26. Bilal Ghazi once more. This time comes right behind the line. That was well bowled. Good line, good length. Mansoor Elahi, he likes to go after the bowling. He's a big man. He's got that muscular force in him. If he just times the ball beautifully, that will take it away and over the boundary. Such kind of power this man possesses. He's taken the helmet off, and once again talking about taking the helmet off against a seamer. And from that end where the bowlers generate a fair amount of bounce, well, this is not a good idea, and keeping in mind that Mansoor Elahi is a short man.
जी हाँ, सही फैसला है नहीं। आप पहले प्रोटेक्शन ग्रेड्स ज़रूर पहनना चाहते हैं, और यहाँ मंजूर इलाही की सोच अलग। वो शायद बॉल को सही तरह से देख नहीं पा रहे थे, उस वजह से क्या सोच होगी उनकी। बड़े स्ट्रोक्स अब देखना होगा यहाँ एलिगेंट स्ट्राइकर्स को, और एलिगेंट स्ट्राइकर्स के पास भी डिपेथ है बैटिंग में। नदीम बट का अभी आना बाकी है। पिछले मैच के हीरो रहे थे, कमाल की वो इनिंग्स थी नदीम बट द्वारा, जब टीम स्ट्रगल कर रही थी 70 पे 4, और खालिद बट और नदीम बट ने जिस तरह कम बैक करवाया था एलिगेंट स्ट्राइकर्स को और जीत दिलाई थी उस पोजीशन से। लेकिन फिलहाल आज परिस्थितियां मुख्तलिफ हैं और आज मुकाबला बड़ा है। इस सेमीफाइनल मुकाबला है, यहां से ज्यादा गलतियां करनी होंगी नहीं एलिगेंट स्ट्राइकर्स को। फिलहाल ओवेश शाह जिस तरीके से उन्होंने बल्लेबाजी की है, एक छोर से स्टार्ट एक मिला है उन्हें, लेकिन इस स्टार्ट को कन्वर्ट करना चाहेंगे, एक बड़े टोटल तक वो जाना चाहेंगे। 30 रनों पे बल्लेबाजी करें, और नीचे बड़ा स्ट्रोक है, लेकिन नीचे खिलाड़ी आ रहे हैं, विकेट। और जी हाँ, ओवेश शाह बड़े स्ट्रोक के चक्कर में विकेट गंवाते हुए एक बार फिर वो स्टार्ट मिला और एक बार फिर खराब स्ट्रोक का चैन।
Yes, absolutely. He was trying to go he was trying to go inside out this time, over mid off, and look at the field placement. That was brilliantly placed. The fielder was placed some 30 yards from the boundary, and it became an easy catch. It went straight down his throat, and wicket number 5, 89 for 5. They are in deep waters at the moment. And Adil, what do you reckon at this stage? 89 for 5, should Parvez Rasool come and bowl another over? Which he will not, because keeping in mind that he bowls in power plays and he bowls at the death as well. We saw that happen in Sri Lanka, we saw that happen in Bangladesh as well, and when he was playing for RCB and Sunrisers, he bowled in the power play against the likes of Chris Gale and against the likes of the left-hander the elegant left-hander from India, Shikhar Dhawan, and he got him out on the very first ball.
Absolutely, Irshad, because if Bijbehara Sports Club manages to get a couple of wickets here, that will set the cat amongst the pigeons, and they can restrict them to a paltry total. But what I thought there is that elegant strikers batters were trying to unsettle Bilal Ghazi, because he's a death over specialist and he has got 3 more overs left in the kitty. Had they tried to unsettle him, that would have forced the captain to go for the other options, but that backfired and they have lost Uwais Shah, one of the linchpins of this batting order. And I think Manzoor Elahi and the new batter Nadeem Butt have to restabilize the ship for a couple of more overs. There are almost 7 overs left after this, and I think if Manzoor Elahi and Nadeem Butt played some good cricket, just looking for that odd boundary in the over and keeping those ones and twos coming, that will make sure that they are reaching a respectable total.
Absolutely, and a respectable total. What do you reckon might be the respectable total here? We have seen 180, even 200 have been chased down quite easily in the second innings, because the pitch becomes fairly easy to bat on in the second innings and the ball comes brilliantly onto the bat. And keeping in view all those circumstances and all those conditions, what is the better score in a semi-final for Bijbehara Sports Club to chase, and what will be a challenging total for them if you are a fan of elegant strikers?
Looking at the batting order Bijbehara Sports possesses, I think anything below 170 will not be enough, because this is a batting paradise, to be honest, and Bijbehara batters love that pace on the bat, and the amount of runs being scored on this deck. We have seen 230 being chased with a couple of balls to spare between Al Sphere and Kanwal Tigers, and we have seen 200 being overhauled with time to spare. But at the same time, we have seen some low scoring affairs where Bijbehara Sports was unable to chase 134. Delightful stroke there from Nadeem Butt, and it was that allowing the ball to come at him, using the pace of the bowler and piercing that gap between the gully and point region for 4. And Irshad, as you talked, that Parvez Rasool can fancy an over here, because this is one last recognized pair of this elegant strikers, and if they got Manzoor Elahi at this time, that will set the cat amongst the pigeons. And we all know how dangerous Manzoor Elahi can be in the last dying moments of the innings, and this is the right time for them to come up with something as rabbit out of their sleeve, and that's why Ankit has been brought in, because he attacked him in the previous over, got a 6 over scalag and a tracer bullet kind of a 4 straight down the ground, and they know that Manzoor Elahi will go after Ankit, and that will fancy a chance.
No, it's Mayank Rawat. Mayank Rawat has been taken for 11 runs in the previous over. Will Manzoor Elahi fancy his chances to go against him? He has got it in the gap. Will that go into the boundary? The fielder in pursuit does well. Batsman will pick up a couple of runs, because Manzoor Elahi is a big unit. It's not easy for him to run that swiftly through between the stumps. Parvez Rasool is fielding at extra cover inside the ring. There is a backward point, a gully at a deeper position. Fine leg inside the circle, mid-wicket, long on. Mayank Rawat, this time that is beautifully done and equally well fielded by the fielder sweeping on the boundary. That is Saqib. These youngsters have been trained by Parvez Rasool to such a level, so to such a depth, that they have become the icons in this part of the world. I have seen so many youngsters coming here and practicing after the matches are over, and I have seen players playing for Bijbehara Sports Club as well. They are excelling, and this is the effect that Parvez Rasool has come up with, and they are lucky to have a mentor in Parvez Rasool. Parvez Rasool, apart from being an outstanding international cricketer, is proving his worth in the domestic circuit and at the local level as well. That's brilliant.
That's what you love to have as a legacy from an international icon, and you are spot on there that the academy, which is working there and in Bijbehara, has done laurels so far. On that occasion, Manzoor Ilahi was looking for that mighty slog over mid-wicket, who couldn't get it from the meat of the bat, and no damage done. And as Irshad was saying that this young prodigy of cricketers in Bijbehara, it's all because of the efforts being put in by none other than Parvez Rasool. Oh, that's a delightful stroke, but Saqib Nazir is lightning fast. Fumble at the covers results in an extra run, and that takes it to 97 for 5, and we are in over number 14. 99 for 5, and we are in over number 14.
Talking about that fielding efforts, Parvez Rasool absolutely loves gun fielders, and that's why. And this one, he gets hold of that one, and that's gone over the cow corner. 6 more. Manzoor Ilahi, that was in his arc. He was never gonna miss that one, as he just puts bat onto that and deposits it over deep mid wicket for a maximum to end that over. 14 done. It's 105 for 5. Coming to that point of gun fielding, Parvez Rasool. Well, I was talking about being three-dimensional to Parvez Rasool the other day, and he was quick to react that if I'm playing for any team, I love to see fielders better than batters and bowlers. If a fielder does outstanding work, he saves 10 to 15 runs, picks up a couple of good catches, and that's enough for a team to win on a given day. And that was Parvez Rasool's experience. And look how brilliant Parvez Rasool has been with the knowledge he possesses. It's not about being an iconic international cricketer, a brilliant all-rounder, getting those awards a couple of times from BCCI, but it's about having the game awareness, and Parvez Rasool possesses it up to a great depth. That's outstanding from international megastar Parvez Rasool. Coming back to that live action, Bilal Ghazi to Manzoor Ilahi. Manzoor Ilahi was looking for that shot in front of square. He's got Saqib under his sights, and he was trying to play it to the right of Saqib and trying to deposit it over square leg. And look at Bilal Ghazi. He took pace off, roll of the fingers, and look, it never arrived. He was through the shot early, and it never arrived. There's a deep mid wicket on the boundary, long on. Short fine leg is inside the ring for the right-hander. Manzoor Ilahi, he's on strike. He's batting on 35 of 25, 106 for 5 in the 15th. Bilal Ghazi this time whips it away in front of square. Once more, Saqib Nazir. He's got a lot of work to do in that region, because every ball might be coming his way, because the batters, they look to slog everything. We haven't seen Khalid Butt doing much in this innings, otherwise you would have seen those trademark cricketing strokes. But he went cheaply today, and it was down to these. That is sliced over third man, wideish third man into the boundary for 4. He was trying to go out of his crease, trying to skip at the bowler, and that was intelligently done. But since there was no fielder at wideish third man, there is a fielder at fine third man, there was no one at a wideish position, there was always going to be risk involved in it. And 4 runs to Nadeem Butt. Let me tell you about Nadeem Butt. He's no mug with the bat. He proved his worth in the previous match, where they were down and out at one stage, 79 for 4, and he came alongside his captain Khalid Butt, not only steadying the ship but winning a match, winning from a position which was precarious, and then winning it clinically with 3 balls to spare. And they were chasing 183, if I'm right, in that match. Nadeem Butt, he can strike a lot. He can strike big, and he can put a long ball away over the boundary. Comes down the wicket. He was looking to whip it away. Chance of a run out. Does not hit. The batsmen are content with a single. So over number 15 is done and dusted. The total is 112 for 5, and Parvez Rasool has taken his cap off and he's going to bowl the 16th over from the market end.
15 ओवरों का खेल समाप्त होता हुआ 112 है लेकिन स्ट्राइकर्स 5 विकेट के नुकसान पर, और मंजूर इलाही 36, नदीम बट 9 के निजी स्कोर पे बल्लेबाजी करें। और मंजूर इलाही की अगर हम बात करें 26 गेंदों का अब तक उन्होंने सामना किया है, और माइक राउत की अगर बात करें दूसरे छोर से काफी महंगे साबित हुए हैं। 2 ओवर 22 रन उन्होंने खर्च किए हैं, और अब तक स्कोर कार्ड की अगर हम बात करें जो बल्लेबाजी रही है लेकिन स्ट्राइकर्स की ओर से शायद 1 रन आकाश यूब ने खाता खोला नहीं। हुरैर सूफी 3, खालिद भट्ट 14, ओवेशा ने 32 और मंजूर इलाही 36 पे नाबाद नदीम भट्ट के साथ जो कि 5 पे बल्लेबाजी करें। और ये आखिरी जोड़ी है मैदान के ऊपर एलिगेंट स्ट्राइकर्स की ओर से, और ये 5 ओवर महत्वपूर्ण रहने वाले हैं दोनों टीमों के दृष्टिकोण से। अगर देखा जाए 107 है, अभी भी 5 ओवरों का खेल आना बाकी है। जो करंट रन रेट हैं इस समय वो 7.47 की औसत से रन्स बन रहे हैं, और ऐसे में 149 रन इस रफ्तार से एलिगेंट स्ट्राइकर्स 149 तक पहुंच सकती है। परवेज रसूल एक बार फिर गेंदबाजी करते हुए नजर आएंगे। 3 ओवर 11 रन और 1 विकेट अब तक उन्होंने हासिल किया है। दाएं हाथ से ओवर द विकेट गेंदबाजी करते हुए पहली गेंद, और हल्के से इस गेंद को खेलते हुए सीधा खिलाड़ी के पास परवेज रसूल। पहला जो स्पेल उनका रहा था कमाल का गटा था, 3 ओवर 11 रन और 1 विकेट। हालांकि 2 बार उन्होंने अवसर बनाए थे लेकिन खिलाड़ी वहां चूके डीप मिड विकेट रीजन पर ओवेशा को अगली गेंद और एक बार फिर सम्मान देते हुए। मालूम है कि महत्वपूर्ण ओवर है ये, और मिसफील्ड होता हुआ 4 रन मिलेंगे नदीम भट्ट को। पैड लाइंस पर एक गेंद और वहां मिसफील्ड होता हुआ जो खिलाड़ी मौजूद थे डीप मिड विकेट रीजन पर, और परवेज रसूल नाखुश नजर आते हुए। और क्यों ना हो इस चौके के साथ 116, 5 विकेट के नुकसान पर 28 गेंदों का खेल अभी भी आना बाकी है। एलिगेंट स्ट्राइकर्स क्या मौका लेंगे परवेज रसूल के ऊपर, ये देखने वाली बात होगी। नदीम भट्ट, और इस बार धीमी गति से आई हुई गेंद, इंतजार किया ऑफ साइड पर स्ट्रोक लेते हुए। परवेज रसूल की स्पेल की 3 गेंदें अभी आनी बाकी, और अब तक 1 विकेट परवेज रसूल अपनी टीम के लिए हासिल कर चुके हैं, और ये महत्वपूर्ण फेज है इस इनिंग्स का। और मंजूर इलाही को एक स्टार्ट मिला है, और वो चाहेंगे कि अंत तक यहां बल्लेबाजी की जाए एलिगेंट स्ट्राइकर्स की ओर से। 32 रनों पे बल्लेबाजी कर रहे हैं, और अब तक अच्छी बल्लेबाजी मंजूर इलाही द्वारा। तेज गेंद, स्ट्रोक जरूर खेलना चाह रहे थे ब्लॉक होल में, और हर एक गेंद आपको मिलेगी परवेज रसूल के पास, कभी धीमी गति से गेंद तो कभी तेज गेंद।
Yes, absolutely. He's got everything under his armor. He has got a lot of variety under his repertoire. Next delivery, that is exceptional. That is straight out of the blocks. He was looking for the block hole. He was onto it in a flash. Beautiful on drive, past mid-on, no chance. And that went like a tracer bullet for 4. Parvez Rasool 20 for 1 with a ball to come in the 4th over. And Manzoor Ilahi moves to 40 of 20. He's playing an important innings. Parvez Rasool to Manzoor Ilahi. He goes down the ground once more. He nails it. 4 more. And batting again is Parvez Rasool. And hitting him for 2 boundaries. And Parvez Rasool was culprit on that occasion once more, putting pace behind the ball, and that's why Manzoor Ilahi using that pace. He likes to go down the ground with a straight bat, and once more he nails it perfectly, ends the over on a high. Parvez Rasool finishes with 24 for 1 from his 4. It's 125 for 5 with 4 more overs to come.
जी हाँ, इस ओवर की बात करें तो 13 रन इस ओवर से आए परवेज रसूल के इस ओवर से। मंजूर इलाही कमाल का बल्लेबाज नजर आ रहा है। जिस तरह से अब तक उन्होंने स्ट्रोक्स के लिए डाउन द ग्राउंड कमाल के शॉट्स इस खिलाड़ी ने जड़े हैं, 44 के निजी स्कोर पे चले गए हैं और एलिगेंट स्ट्राइकर्स आशा करेगी कि मंजूर इलाही इन 4 ओवर्स में बल्लेबाजी करें और दूसरे छोर से विकेट की तलाश होगी। 36 रनों की पार्टनरशिप 20 गेंदों के अंदर, महत्वपूर्ण ये रन आते हुए एलिगेंट स्ट्राइकर्स के लिए।
Yeah, of course, this is what you rightly said, the last recognized pair from Elegant Strikers, and on that occasion Manzoor Ilahi displaying his class, and those 2 boundaries through mid-wicket was a treat to watch. And I think that was poor thinking from Parvez on that occasion for offering that much pace to someone who looks to play with a straight bat. And I think Bilal Ghazi will start a fresh over from the higher secondary end, and Nadeem Butt will be facing him. Nadeem Butt goes down the track and smashes it over the backward point region for 6. He exactly knew what he was doing out there, just sidelining himself from the line of the ball and using those wrists, using the pace of the bowler to good effect and depositing it over the point region for half a dozen. That's a shot to watch, to be honest.
It's not an easy shot to play, slicing that over third man. There was a wideish third man on that occasion, but he was able to put that one away. 6 of the very first ball, and the batter will enjoy it. Yes, it was over wideish third man. Third man has been asked to come inside the ring by Bilal Ghazi. Now he sends him back on the boundary. Ishfaq Butt is patrolling that region. Here is Bilal Ghazi once more to Nadeem, and this time that is thrashed up over for 6. Skimmer. What a shot that was. Skipping down the track, taking it on the up, and that was a smack out of the middle of the bat. Have a look at that one once more. Length on a length, comes down and inside out. That's a golf swing from Nadeem Butt. Talented young lad. He is taking it on. 20 of 11. Wicketkeeper decides to come up to the stumps. Good idea. Bilal Ghazi is under some pump. This time turns it neatly. Will they look for 2? Manzoor Ilahi is quite keen to come back for 2. That's outstanding running between the wickets. Just pushing it away, just turning it away using those wrists. And 2 was the call straight away. And he's picked up 2 more runs to go up to 13. Partnership of 50 from 23 between Manzoor Ilahi and Nadeem Butt. 139 for 5, Bilal Ghazi. Not getting it the way he would have liked. Getting it from the outer half of the bat all along the ground will yield another single, and now it will be down to Manzoor Ilahi, who is batting on 44. 140 comes up on the board, 140 for 5, with 2 more to come in this over, and after this over 3 more overs to come. 20 balls, 20 legitimate deliveries. If they are able to score in excess of 40 runs from those 20 deliveries, well, it will be 180. Who knows? They will make a match out of this, because this is cricket. Here is the next ball. This time, that is classy, but he will be caught. Or has he put it down? All that good work has been put to waste once more. And now it ricochets off the stumps, and the batsmen have got an extra run. Well, that is not good from Bijbehara Sports Club fielders. That is sloppy to say the least. Saqib Nazir was brilliant throughout, but he lets one slip through his fingers, and Manzoor Ilahi gets a life.
इरशाद भाई, ये दबाव नजर आ रहा है बिजबेहारा के ऊपर. पहली बार इस गेम में दबाव नजर आया इस टीम के ऊपर, और एक बार फिर बहुत बढ़िया स्ट्रोक, लेकिन परवेज रसूल की कमाल की फील्डिंग. गैप में स्ट्रोक था, लेकिन जब तक पीछे खिलाड़ी फील्ड करता, 2 रन और अर्जित करते हुए मंजूर इलाही, और 144 स्कोर 17 ओवरों के खेल के बाद 5 विकेट के नुकसान पर 170 दूर नहीं है मेरे साथी.
Exactly, the counter attack attack from both these men has pushed Bijbehara Sports on the back foot, and you can clearly see how Saqib made an absolute mess of that catch from Manzoor Elahi, and this is what the pressure does to the best in the business. And had that catch been taken, it could have resulted in a deficit of 20 to 25 runs, but only the time will tell how costly that drop will be. But now looking at the way Nadeem Butt is approaching the pacers of Bijbehara Sports at the moment, he loves pace on his bat, and that is what he exactly did on the previous occasion, depositing Bilal Ghazi over deep backward point and over extra cover. And this is what Parvez Rasool will be thinking about, whether to continue with the pacers or bring back the spinners into the game.
Well, Nadeem Butt, he makes his own lengths, be it a spinner or a fast bowler. It's very hard to bowl at. And he's shown a glimpse of that already. He's batting on 29 of 14. 1-4, 4 for 5. 3 more overs to come. Well, these 3 overs would be quite intriguing to watch. We'll be having a contest between bat and ball, a furious one. And we have a simple message from our sets. Let's stay away from drugs. Embrace life, because life is beautiful. Life, when it is good, when it is healthy, you can be a star like Parvez Rasool, like other stars of the world who are showcasing their talent at the highest level. Over number 18 to start. It's going to be Ishfaq, but wicketkeeper is up to the stumps. Short fine leg inside the ring. Third man inside the ring. Backward point inside the ring. First ball. Saqib Nazir will tidy the things up at deep point boundary, at deep cover boundary. Beg a pardon, and the batsman pick up a single. Nadeem Butt moves to 30 now. He's signalling to his partner Manzoor Elahi, who's captaining the side in this match, that you need to go after the bowling now. There is a long on, long off, plenty of protection, deep cover. Mayank Rawat has been asked to come at deep cover, and Saqib Nazir has been asked to go at... Yes, he's leaving the field. And Jasif Hassan comes as a replacement. Here is the next delivery. Lining himself up, he's trying to go over the cow corner. Manzoor Elahi. That was intelligently bowled, taking the pace off. And that is the go-to delivery when the batsman is looking to attack. And that has been done brilliantly by Ishfaq. Look at that. Slow delivery, never arrived. He was through the short early. Ishfaq. 2 for 26. His bowling is 4th. Run rate is 8.37. This time he gets on top of the ball. Mayank Rawat limits the scoring to just 1 by some outstanding work in the deep. It will be now Nadeem Butt. Exciting to watch. 30 of 15. Manzoor Elahi is on 49. 146 for 5. And as soon as Nadeem Butt comes to the crease, comes to the strikers, and the wicketkeeper comes up to the stumps. Ishfaq. Outside edge found. Will the ball race away to the boundary? It does race away to the boundary. Timely boundary, and a lucky one as well. Nadeem Butt needs runs. No matter where from they come, no matter how they come, he moves to 34 of 16. That's an educated edge. It's a healthy edge.
जी इरशाद भाई, आप देखें पार्टनरशिप जो है वो 61 रन पे चली गई है मात्र 30 गेंदों से, और जो फॉर्म इस खिलाड़ी के पास था उस फॉर्म का लाभ लेते हुए 34 के स्कोर पे बल्लेबाजी कर रहे हैं। सिर्फ 16 गेंदों का अब तक उन्होंने सामना किया है। कमाल की बल्लेबाजी और कमाल का ये बैकअप रहा है, कमाल की ये पारी रही है नदीम बट द्वारा। स्कोर 151, 5 विकेट के नुकसान पर, जो हम 170 की शुरुआत में बात कर रहे थे, वहां तक नजदीक जाते हुए नजर आ रही है एलिगेंट स्ट्राइकर्स, और दाद देनी होगी दोनों बल्लेबाजों की। 49 पर बल्लेबाजी कर रहे हैं, मात्र 1 रन चाहिएगा मंजूर इलाही को 50 रन तक जाने के लिए, और ये किसी शतक से कम पारी होगी नहीं। बड़ा स्टेज है, सेमीफाइनल है, और इसमें जब आप 50 रन की पारी खेलते हैं तो काफी महत्वपूर्ण वो पारी मानी जाती।
Yes, absolutely. And it was the need of the hour for him to come and stabilize the innings and pick up runs for his team, because so far he was not been he wasn't being included into the 11. And as soon as he is inducted into the 11, he comes up good, and he comes up with some sort of a brilliance. He lived up to the expectations of his teammates and to the expectations of his fans. He's batting on 49 of just 34. It's 151 for the loss of 5 wickets, and the partnership is as crucial as it gets. One is 62 between Nadeem Butt and the other player, who is Manzoor Ilahi. Manzoor Ilahi looks a spent man at this time. He's exhausted, but he is not giving it up. He is still there. He's holding one end, and he has batted brilliantly. That is a masterclass so far.
और देखिए, कप्तान के लिए अब चीजें आसान रही नहीं है। 7वां गेंदबाज है जिसको इंट्रोड्यूस कराया गया है। इससे पहले बिलाल की अगर हम बात करें, 34 रन बिलाल गाजी ने दिए और उन्हें रिप्लेस किया गया है। सलीम मलिक को गेंद सौंपी जा रही है, और परवेज रसूल भी दबाव में नजर आते हुए उनकी अगर हम बात करें, क्योंकि ये जोड़ी ने गेम में वापस लाया है लेकिन स्ट्राइकर्स को।
Might be some pressure, but there might be another reason that Bijbehara Sports Club have got options. They've got 9 options, I think, in the bowling department. That is cheeky. That's brilliant. That's 4 more. Nadeem Butt is playing a blinder here. Spotting that ball early, getting inside the line and reverse flicking it. That's an amazing shot.
कमाल की बल्लेबाजी, एक खिलवाड़ हो रहा है गेंदबाजी के साथ। जिस तरीके के शॉट्स अब तक नदीम बट ने जड़े हैं 39-18 गेंदों से, और ये मैच विनिंग रन साबित हो सकते हैं। महत्वपूर्ण रन जिस समय आए थे ये खिलाड़ी, 5 विकेट 98 के अंतर्गत आउट हुए थे एलिगेंट स्ट्राइकर्स के लिए। 39-18 गेंदों से 5 चौके और 2 छक्के अब तक नदीम बट ने जड़े हैं। कमाल की फॉर्म में ये खिलाड़ी नजर आया है बिजबेहारा, और नीचे डाउन द ट्रैक कवर्स के बीच में से गेंद, एक और चौका नदीम बट के बल्ले से।
That's a trademark Nadeem Butt. Slap over extra, 1 bounce into the boundary for 4. Anything bowled into the pitch, he makes his own length. He comes down the track and then goes on top of it and absolutely smashes it.
159, अगली गेंद और नीचे, इस बार कवर्स के ऊपर।
That is chipped over extra. That is lunatic stuff from the man in form. He moves to 49 of just 20.
Nadeem Butt is playing the innings of his life, and the way he has targeted that cover and extra cover region, it's a treat to watch. And he is a mighty talented lad, a terrific death ball bowler, and a very prolific batter with the bat. And the way he is maneuvering the field at the moment, he is forcing the Bijbehara supports captain to think again and again, and that's the beauty of Nadeem Butt's batting at the moment.
Even Parvez Rasool is acknowledging him, and even Parvez Rasool is like that extra cover, lofted stroke, inside out. That's not an easy shot to play. And being a youngster, and wicketkeeper is up to the stumps, he's stepping down the track with every conviction that he has. That is some sort of a confidence.
That speaks about the self-belief he has. That Imran Zargar is up to the stumps. He still wades down the track, and those are not those agricultural strokes, proper cricketing strokes from the book, and the way he presents the full face of the bat, it's an absolute treat to watch.
49 of 20. Manzoor Ilahi 49 of 34. Well, Manzoor Ilahi was in 40s when he came to bat, and he's on 49. He's matching his innings, and in fact he is surpassing that effort from Manzoor Ilahi.
और
That
देखिए
is outstanding stuff from the youngster.
और देखें इरशाद भाई सिर्फ 20 गेंदें इस खिलाड़ी ने खेली है और 49 पर पहुंचे, 6 चौके और 3 छक्के। अब तक इस ओवर की बात करें तो 14 रन पहले 3 गेंदों से आए हैं। एक और बड़ा स्ट्रोक, लेकिन इस बार गेंद ऊंची गई है, नीचे खिलाड़ी आ रहे हैं और उन्होंने कोई गलती की नहीं, लेकिन कमाल की ये इनिंग्स समाप्त होते हुए लाजवाब पारी और परवेज रसूल भी सराहना करते हुए इस इनिंग्स का।
But I will not call that shot wise at all, because this is 18.3. 3 more balls to come in this over, then 6 more balls, 9 balls. He would have done anything, but that's a bad shot, and he was through the shot early. Let's have a look at this one. That was a drag down. He could have deposited it anywhere he would have liked, but he was through the shot. That is the rush of the adrenaline. But look at the applause the young Nadeem Butt is getting. An outstanding innings comes to an end. 49 of 20. It's 165 for 6.
Lapse in concentration at that moment, because the conference which was going on between Parvez Rasool and the bowler on the previous occasion was simple, that not to give anything outside off stump. Try to make him hit towards the mid wicket or long on area, and that's what exactly the bowler did, cutting the pace off, forcing Nadeem Butt to go over mid wicket, and he scammed.
Fair point. Lapse in concentration as a result of that conference. That can be a breather sometimes. I've seen these kinds of breathers in WWE, when a wrestler is on top of another wrestler and then the wrestler moves away from the ring and spends some time outside the ring in order to get a breather and slow the game down, and that's exactly what Parvez Rasool did. He slowed the game down and the breakthrough came. That is once again smart and genius from Parvez Rasool.
सईद सागर अब बल्लेबाजी करने के लिए आए हैं, बल्ला जरूर चला रहे हैं लेकिन दोनों बार वो असफल रहे हैं। ओवर समाप्त 19 ओवरों के बाद 165 रन 6 विकेट के नुकसान पर और आखिरी 6 गेंदें आनी बाकी। और मैं इरशाद भाई से जानना चाहूंगा, जिस स्कोर की हम बात कर रहे थे, एक स्थिति पे लग रहा था कि 130 तक भी नहीं जा पाएगी, लेकिन मंजूर इलाही और नदीम बट की जोड़ी ने 70 रन जोड़े और एक सम्मानजनक स्कोर तक पहुंची। एक चैलेंजिंग टोटल रहेगा जब बिजबेहारा चेज के लिए आएंगे।
Absolutely, it will not be easy for Bijbehara Sports Club. They have got depth in their batting, but it will not be easy because there are two pressures on them. One is that scoreboard pressure, being a semi-final, and then they are playing in their home ground, and they've got that pressure of the local crowd that has assembled, not in numbers today, but in fair numbers as well, and that might be an added pressure onto them to come up good and to live up to the expectations of everyone who is here and who is their fan. The crowd is supporting them. They are the crowd's heroes, and everyone has come out with an expectation that Bijbehara Sports Club will punch their tickets to the finals. Final over, Bilal Ghazi to bowl. Manzoor Elahi not able to find middle of the bat on that occasion. Toe end of the bat gets to his 50. That will be an innings that he will remember for the rest of his life. Manzoor Elahi has been brilliant, a 50 of 35. But once again, no celebrations at all, because he knows that the job is still to be done. There are 5 more deliveries to come. These deliveries might be important. Had there been a Nadeem Butt out there, this 166 could have been 180 as well. Who knows? 3 sixes of 3 balls. Nadeem Butt is quite capable of doing that.
सईद सागर बल्ला चलाना जानते हैं और इस बार धीमी गति से गेंद ऊपर गेंद गई है और इशफाक बट वहां पे इस गेंद को हाथ जरूर लगा, लेकिन कैच लपक नहीं पाए और गेंद छिटकी बाउंड्री लाइन से बाहर। 6 रन के लिए गलती कर बैठे इशफाक बट।
Insult to the wounds. He has palmed it over the boundary for 6. Sagar, he thought that he was straight away in trouble. Heart in the mouth stuff, but then Ishfaq was trying to take it in Australian style, fingers pointing upwards. Neither of the things can this time. Agricultural gets it away behind the wicket, might get up 2 more runs, might get a boundary. Yes, he's coming back for 2 more. Said Sagar is making a comeback after a pause in cricket. He's a good all-rounder. He likes to hit that long ball, and he's a muscular guy as well. 172 for 6.
देखिए जो काम सईद यहाँ पे मंजूर इलाही को करना चाहिए था वो काम अब सईद सागर कर रहे हैं.
Fresh legs. He knows that he is fresh and he is capable of depositing that ball. He gets it in the air. It will not be caught. It will fall in no man's land. The batsman will come back for a couple. No, they decide against it. And that is the disadvantage of having a man at the other end who's batted for more than 10 overs, who's batting on 50 and he cannot run.
बिल्कुल कोई दोहराई नहीं. और 175 स्कोर 6 विकेट के नुकसान पर 2 गेंदों का खेल आना बाकी और मंजूर इलाही 50 पे बल्लेबाजी करें. 2 गेंदें आनी बाकी और इस बार आगे आए. स्ट्रोक जरूर खेला परवेज रसूल और उनके सर के ऊपर से गेंद जाते हुए खिलाड़ी पीछे डीप में. जब तक गेंद को फील्ड किया जाए 2 रन बल्कि तीसरा रन लेने का प्रयास और ये रन आउट होते हुए.
He has sacrificed himself for Said Sagar because look at the amount of running that he has done throughout his innings, and he is a spent man. Each bit of his energy has been exhausted, and that's why he sacrificed himself going for the third run. It will be down to that last delivery. Said Sagar on strike. He would like to swing for the fences. He would like to take it away and over the boundary, get a 6 and take this total to 180, and it will be a good total, let me tell you.
कोई दोहराई इसमें नहीं. 177 स्कोर.
And meanwhile is getting a standing ovation from his teammates and everyone in the dugout. That is an important innings. Man leading from the front.
आखिरी गेंद आनी बाकी. 177 रन. सईद सागर सामने और नीचे बड़ा शॉट है ये, लेकिन उस और खिलाड़ी लॉन्ग बाउंड्री पर कैच होते हुए सईद सागर वापस जाएंगे और 8 विकेट के नुकसान पर 177 रन बोर्ड पे हैं एलिगेंट स्ट्राइकर्स के लिए. चेस करने के लिए आएंगी बिजबेहारा स्पोर्ट्स क्लब. 178 रन एक कॉम्पिटिटिव टोटल तक गई है एलिगेंट स्ट्राइकर्स जिस पोजीशन से बल्लेबाजी की.
Absolutely. At one stage they were losing wickets in a heap, and then the batters, they were not able to get themselves off the blocks, and then Manzoor Ilahi and Owais Shah first had other ideas. They put up a partnership, and when Owais Shah got out, it was sort of a blessing in disguise for elegant strikers. And then came Nadeem Butt, who changed the complexion of this game, and now they got to 177 for the loss of 8 wickets.
Exactly the way this innings has folded, Nadeem Butt has changed the entire scenario of the game, and the way he got those 49 runs off of 21 deliveries was a treat to watch, and that might be the difference between the two sides at the end of the day.
डिस्कस करना तार देखें
इन दो की तरफ कैमरा
इधर उधर
दिक्कत वगैरह ऑफलाइन तो फिर ऑन
रुक रुक तार कर बैठे कैमरा रोड ले कैमरा का अंदर पर बोतल उठा दो यहाँ से खा ये प्लेट भी उठा दो उधर फेंक दो बाहर
वेट करो मैं तब मैं बोलूँगा स्कोर बस करो
जी हाँ, हम आपके साथ जुड़े हैं यहाँ पे ब्रेक के बाद जो खेल हुआ है अब तक। एलिगेंट स्ट्राइकर्स टॉस जीतने के बाद आज पहले बल्लेबाजी इस टीम ने की और 177 रन बोर्ड पे बनाए और मंजूर इलाही की लाजवाब बल्लेबाजी, 52 रन उन्होंने जोड़े। नदीम भट्ट की कमाल की पारी, 49 रन उन्होंने ऐड किए और बीच में उवैस शाह ने जिस तरह 32 रन बनाए। ये 3 खिलाड़ी थे जो पिक रहे। और दूसरी जानिब अगर हम बॉलिंग के ऊपर एक नजर दौड़ाएं, आसिफ रसूल 1 विकेट, इशफाक भट्ट ने 2 विकेट, परवेज रसूल 1 और उसके साथ बिलाल ने 2 और सलीम ने 1 विकेट बिजबेहारा स्पोर्ट्स क्लब के लिए चटकाया। तो पोस्ट मैच में हम बात करेंगे इस मुकाबले के हवाले से। मेरे साथ मेरे 2 इंग्लिश कमेंटेटर रहेंगे, इनसे बात करना चाहेंगे। सबसे पहले रिमार्क्स, किस तरह आप इस टोटल को देखते हैं? कितना चैलेंजिंग रहेगा बिजबेहारा स्पोर्ट्स के लिए? होम ग्राउंड का दबाव रहेगा और स्कोर बोर्ड का भी दबाव रहेगा। आसान नहीं, सेमीफाइनल है, 177 चेज कर रही है। किस तरह आप इस चीज को देखते हैं?
Yeah, I think elegant strikers will be very happy what they have got at the end of the day, because they were reeling at 54-5 on one occasion, and then came Uwais Shah and Manzoor Ilahi, and it was a terrific innings from Nadeem Bhatt to finish the innings with 49 of just 21 deliveries, and that totally changed the entire scenario of the game. And talking about Bijbehara Sports Club, no doubt it's a strong batting unit, but I must remember that they are playing without Akib Mir and they are without the services of Ahmed Bande, one of the flamboyant top order batters of the valley. But still, 177 on such a flat batting deck, it's an easy score to chase down. But I must tell you that this is a pressure game, a big semi-final, and they have this home pressure as well. They are playing on their home ground, and who knows, because the seam bowling which elegant strikers possess, particularly Saeed Sagar and Nadeem Bhatt, we have a match on cards.
किस खिलाड़ी को आप का क्या मानना है कि कौन सा खिलाड़ी वॉच आउट रहेगा बिजबेहारा स्पोर्ट्स क्लब में, जिस पे नजरें रहेंगी, जो इस मुकाबले में छाप छोड़ सकता है बिजबेहारा स्पोर्ट्स क्लब की ओर से?
Obviously, they will rely a lot on Parvez Rasool, and if he stays there for some brief amount of time, that will set the game for them. But it's not only Parvez Rasool in the side. There are people like Asif Rasool is there, who loves to go after the bowlers. They have got Saqib Nazir. He is a terrific player with the bat in his hand. Imran Zargar is there, and even Irshad Bhai was referring to Ankit as well, the way he maneuvered the things with the bat in the previous game. But for me, it is going to be Parvez Rasool's wicket is going to be key, not only from the perspective of the game, from the psychological complexion of Bijbehara Sports Club. If he tries to block that one end, it will give leverage to other batters to come good, because his stay at the crease is going to be very, very pivotal.
अनडाउटली कोई शक इसमें है नहीं। इस मुकाबले के हवाले से कितना महत्वपूर्ण था वो इनिंग्स मंजूर इलाही और नदीम भट्ट, जिस तरह 70 रन उन्होंने मुश्किल स्थिति में एलिगेंट स्ट्राइकर्स के लिए जोड़े। क्या वो मैच विनिंग साबित हो सकते एलिगेंट स्ट्राइकर्स के लिए?
Something to bowl at, 177 for 8, and if they pick up a couple of wickets, including the wicket of Parvez Rasool earlier on, who knows, they might even win this one, because we've seen Bijbehara Sports Club, they've got a legacy of losing those matches which are crucial encounters and in which the scores are in excess of 150. Low scoring games have always been a headache, but this is not a low scoring game at all. 177 is a fair amount of runs. But yeah, that was an important knock by both the batters. The captain leading from the front, he knew that I had to accumulate runs at all costs because the onus was on him, and Nadeem Bhatt came and the stage was set for him, and the young lad is impressing one and all. He is playing some blinders earlier on, and with the ball he's going to be lethal and important as well, keeping in view that delivery which he has, the back of the hand slower delivery. He's been terrific with that ball in hand, and he has been quite deceptive in his bowling as well. So it's not about the batting is done. He scored 49 runs, but he will be crucial with the ball in hands as well. If he comes up, picks up a couple of wickets, gives away 20 to 23 runs in his 4 overs, well, Said Sagar is going to be another important factor in that innings, because he has got experience and he's a good fast bowler as well. And Bijbehara Sports Club have 3 or 4 players outside the state playing for them, who might not have an experience of playing on such kind of a wicket, or they might not be used to such kind of bowlers, and that might play it straight into the hands of elegant strikers.
आखिरी सवाल मेरा रहेगा, क्योंकि खेल दोबारा शुरू होने जा रहा है, प्रेडिक्शन टाइम रहेगा, और मैं दोनों कमेंटेटर से जानना चाहूंगा किसकी तरफ आप देखना चाहते हैं. आपका प्रेडिक्शन क्या है, कौन सी टीम इस मुकाबले को जीतेगी?
I will definitely have that you call that sixth sense kind of a thing, that gut feeling of that elegant strikers might have an upper edge, because they were down and under at one time of the innings, but now they came back strongly. And as Irshad rightly mentioned, that they have got players from outside, and it's not easy to acclimatize with the deck straight away. They might have some butterflies in the stomach. They might not be that much confident of how the wicket will behave, how the wicket will play. And who knows, if they got Parvez Rasool cheaply, it will set the stage for them.
जी, मेरे साथी से जानना चाहूंगा इस प्रेडिक्शन के बारे में, आपकी क्या प्रेडिक्शन रहेगी इस मुकाबले के बारे में?
It's hard to predict anything at this stage of the game, but definitely I'll go with Bijbehara Sports Club, because Parvez Rasool is hungry for runs. He's on back of a crucial 100 from Sri Lanka, and well, he's set to score in this match, because he was out cheaply in the previous match, and keeping in view Mayank Rawat as well, and Asif Rasool is in some prime form as well. They've got a good top order, they've got a stabilized middle order, and if at all the lower order turn comes, they have got plenty of batters in that lower order as well. They've got Saqib Nazir, they've got Ishfaq Butt, who can hit a long ball as well. But I think Parvez Rasool is going to play an important role in this innings, and Bijbehara Sports Club are going to make it for the straight into the finals for the second time in a space of 2 years.
बहुत शुक्रिया दोनों का मेरे साथ जुड़ने के लिए, और हम आपके साथ जुड़ जाएंगे चंद ही पलों में, जहां दूसरे इनिंग्स के लिए चेज के लिए आएंगे बिजबेहारा स्पोर्ट्स क्लब. 178 का चेज रहेगा, और देखना होगा कि इस चेज में क्या घटता है. ट्रांसफर होगा आप तक कुछ ही लम्हों के बाद. बने रहे हमारे साथ बिजबेहारा क्रिकेट ऑफिशियल पेज पे.
Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullah.
Assalamu alaikum.
Tu schwas ठीक शफीक साहब?
सब कुछ ठीक है.
अल्हम्दुलिल्लाह. The chase is about to begin. Said Sagar is on his bowling mark. The two openers, Rohan and Rohan R and Lone L. That's what the screen reads at the moment. Here we go. Said Sagar, first time, first ball. Played away with soft hands onto the offside. Let me remind my viewers, 178 from 119 balls now. This will take some doing. They had a bat brilliantly, because elegant strikers will come harder at them. They got a fair chance of winning this. Both the teams had a good bowling line attack for elegant strikers. They field well as well. They have lifted their spirits by scoring 177. Mid on, mid off inside the circle for Said Sagar. That offside cordon of fielders. Slip in place straight away. It's a gully, a backward point, catching cover. Mid off inside the ring. And the second semi-final, live from this very venue, Wednesday 13 September 1 PM. Daddu Rangers taking on Al Safir Tour and Travels. Will be another important game. Mid on is gonna stay inside the ring as well. Said Sagar. This time he whips this one. Has that gone all the way? It has gone all the way. First maximum. First runs on the board. Bijbehara Sports Club are underway. He was looking for that in-dip. It was drifting onto the pads and helped on its way over deep backward square leg for a 6. Lone. He gets himself going. First up. It's a good shot when the field is inside the ring. Now there is a fielder at deep square leg, behind square leg umpire, in line with that popping crease. This time slower delivery. Driven, finds mid on. Cannot be any runs. Said Sagar, he likes to hit the ball. He likes to hit the deck hard, and in between he mixes his lines and lengths. He's a good bowler. He's a good prospect for elegant strikers. He takes wickets with the new ball and he becomes a threat. But so far we've seen the ball coming onto the bat nicely, and the batters behind the line of the ball, so far they have ensured that they play everything on its merit. That is outstanding. Stand and deliver. That's gone a long way. Wow, that's a mighty hit. A no-look shot. He knew that he had middled it to perfection. That is a gorgeous shot for 6.
That sweet sound from the blade was enough for the batter to know that it has cleared the ropes, and rightly so. Said Sagar is a hit the deck kind of a bowler, and there is literally nothing in the air or off the deck for the pacers at the moment, and the way Lone played those two strokes gives us the impression that this is an absolute batting paradise at the moment. Sagar, that's up in the air. There's a fielder, and straight down the throat of the fielder at deep square leg. A poor shot after getting a good start, and he has thrown his wicket away.
12 from 5. He was hitting 6s for fun, and then the rush of blood. That's a poor shot, and that has led to his demise. Bijbehara Sports Club lose their first. A half-hearted shot. He was trying to chip it down the ground, and then the bat turned in his hands. Easy catch for that square leg fielder. And how pumped up was Sagar after taking that wicket. Every fast bowler does that after being belted for 2 sixes of 2 balls. He comes up with the revenge, and he's looking He always is looking pumped up. Said Sagar's hallmark has been that he's always a man possessed. He's always behind every batter, and he is an absolute team man. He throws everything, be the pitch helping him or not. He comes and picks up wickets, and he will be an important member of this bowling attack from Elegant Strikers.
Yes, absolutely. That aggressive mindset from Said Sagar is going to be the key, because if you have to get a batter or batsman on this deck, you have to do something wily, and on that occasion the ball was not in the slot, and it was the previous stroke which the batter deposited over the long on, that he tried to chip it using those wrists, but he was nowhere near the line of the ball, and the ball ballooned straight down the throat of fielder stationed at Scallon.
दो बड़े शॉट्स लोन लियाकत द्वारा, और उसके बाद लैप्स ऑफ कंसंट्रेशन नजर आया वहां पर बल्लेबाज द्वारा. बड़ा स्ट्रोक खेलना चाहते थे, लेकिन हाफ हार्टेड स्ट्रोक, और मिड विकेट पे वो कमाल का कैच लिया था खिलाड़ी ने. और सईद सागर वापसी ये खिलाड़ी कर रहा है, और पिछले मुकाबले में भी एक विकेट, और आज शुरुआत में विकेट मिलते हुए मनोबल आसमान पे होगा इस वक्त एलिगेंट स्ट्राइकर्स का. बोर्ड पे रन्स हैं इस टीम के पास, 177 रन्स बनाए थे टॉस जीतने के बाद. जो निर्णय लिया था कप्तान खालिद भट्ट ने, वो शुरुआत में गलत साबित हो रहा था. जो पिच में नमी नजर आ रही थी, उसका फायदा मिला था बिजबेहारा स्पोर्ट्स क्लब के गेंदबाजों को, और शुरुआत में विकेट्स निकाले थे. 4 बड़े विकेट्स 55 के अंतर्गत आउट हुए थे, लेकिन कमाल की वापसी. मंजूर इलाही ने 50, उवैस शाह ने 32, और 49 रनों की वो इनिंग्स जो मैंने शुरुआत में कहा था मैच जब पहली इनिंग्स समाप्त हुई थी. इरशाद भाई से मैंने जानना चाहा था कि क्या वो इनिंग्स मैच विनिंग साबित हो सकती है. वो जो पार्टनरशिप थी 80 रन्स मंजूर इलाही और नदीम भट्ट की, वो इस मैच में टर्निंग पॉइंट भी साबित हो सकता है. सईद सागर विकेट्स की टैली में यहां पे आते हुए पहले ओवर में एक विकेट, और नए बल्लेबाज आसिफ रसूल मैदान के विकेटों के बीच जा रहे हैं बल्लेबाजी करने के लिए. गेंद में कुछ खराबी नजर आ रही है, और थर्ड अंपायर मैदान के बीच जहां पे इंस्पेक्शन बॉल का हो रहा है, और दूसरा ओवर पारी का शुरू होने जा रहा है. इस मुकाबले की अगर हम बात करें, पहला फोर्थ अंपायर जो आज के मैच के मोहम्मद शफी. तो खेल एक बार फिर शुरू होने जा रहा है, और ये रन चेज जैसे हमने शुरुआत में कहा था आसान रहने वाला नहीं है बिजबेहारा स्पोर्ट्स क्लब के लिए. होम ग्राउंड के अंदर ये टीम खेल रही है. क्राउड जो है वो पीछे रहेगा, बैक करेगा बिजबेहारा स्पोर्ट्स क्लब को, तो दबाव की स्थिति होगी, और यहां से अब और चुनौती होगी. शुरुआत में विकेट्स जब भी किसी टीम को मिलती है तो हावी रहती है बैटिंग टीम के ऊपर.
Exactly, that if you have to get a side under pressure, the only good thing is to get early wickets, and that's what Elegant Strikers have done there. They have sent back Lone Liaquat, who looked dangerous in that very first over by depositing Sagar for 2 sixes, but it was a terrific comeback from Said Sagar, cutting the pace of the ball, and the ball lobbed into the Scallon fielders hands. But now it's going to be the crucial spell, that how Asif Rasool and the other batter will play, because Rohan is going to play, because the wicket is playing quite nice. It is a batting paradise, as we have been saying throughout the innings, but still you have to score those 177 odd runs, and it will be a testing time for these openers. And the field setup is a typical aggressive field setup at the moment. Oasha, oh, that one, a gentle loosener from Oasha on that occasion, and Rohan was watchful enough, allowing the ball to come at him and back to the bowler for no runs.
Asif Rasool is the man who has replaced Lone Liaquat. played some aggressive strokes up front. Left arm seamer has been brought into the attack. He bowls with a shorter run-up, from a shorter run-up. And he bowls wicket to wicket. Does not give away too many. He's got fielders at the right places. Backward a point. Gully deeper. There is a third man inside the ring. Short fine leg is inside the ring. Mid wicket is at a catching position. Goes up and over. He finds the space. The ball is whistling away to the boundary. It will go into the fence at extra cover for 4. Leaning into the shot was Rohan. It wasn't full-blooded, it was half-hearted, but then he managed to hit it just over the head of the fielder stationed at extra cover, and he had absolutely no chance. A boundary coming for Rohan. It will do his confidence some sort of good there. Awais Shah almost got a wicket. He's laid a trap for the batter. Wicket keeper is up to the stumps. Akash Ayub is quick. Fielder inside the ring at extra cover. Fielder at backward point. Fielder at Kali. And he's got protection. And this is once again half-hearted. In the air, clears the fielder. It will trickle into the fence. That's well done by the fielder. They will come back for a couple, but that was once again half-hearted, taking one hand off the handle. Probably the ball is sticking in the surface, or is he not sure about hitting that ball? Is he double? Is he having is he having a lack in confidence to play that shot? He's coming on the ball. He's leaning into the drive. Then he is taking one hand off the handle. Awais Shah once more. This time he's watchful, right behind the line. That's the good approach. If you are trying to go after a ball, try to go with a full-blooded swipe. Don't go half-hearted. If you go half-hearted, you spoon a catch and you regret all day.
शायद यहाँ प्रयास हो रहा है कि जो इन सर्कल खिलाड़ी हैं, मिड ऑपर जो खिलाड़ी हैं, उनके ऊपर से स्ट्रोक खेला जाए और रन्स बटोर लिए जाए. वो प्रयास हो रहा है रोहन राठी के लिए. लेकिन जिस तरह शुरुआत में हम बात कर रहे थे कि जो बाहर से खिलाड़ी हैं उनके लिए इन परिस्थितियों को समझने के लिए वक्त ज़रूर लगेगा और आसान नहीं रहेगा शुरुआत में ही वो आए और रन्स बनाए यहाँ. और ऐसे में एक अवसर भी हैं एलिगेंट स्ट्राइकर्स के लिए कि वो जल्दी से विकेट से यहाँ निकाले. सईद सागर एक बार फिर एक्शन में नजर आएंगे और पहले ओवर में एक विकेट, 12 रन जरूर पड़े थे, लेकिन एक अच्छा कमबैक उनके द्वारा नजर आया था. फिलहाल आसिफ रसूल और रोहन राठी की जोड़ी मैदान के ऊपर नजर आ रही है. बिजबेहारा स्पोर्ट्स क्लब को जो करंट रन रेट हैं वो 9.04 के औसत से रन्स बन रहे हैं सिटी पर. और सईद सागर एक बार फिर स्कूल एंड से गेंदबाजी करेंगे. आसिफ रसूल पहली बार उनका सामना करने के लिए तैयार रहेंगे. आसिफ रसूल के लिए अगर देखा जाए बैकफुट पॉइंट रीजन पर एक खिलाड़ी मौजूद. सईद सागर नए ओवर की पहली गेंद जरूर खेला है, लेकिन वहां पीछे खिलाड़ी. और सईद सागर विकेट लेने के बाद जरूर उनका मनोबल बड़ा होगा, क्योंकि यहां प्रयास रहेगा कि शुरुआत में विकेट्स चाहिए एलिगेंट स्ट्राइकर्स को, क्योंकि बहुत बड़ी बैटिंग लाइनअप है बिजबेहारा क्रिकेट क्लब के लिए. एक 160 रन 107 गेंदों से अभी भी बनाने हैं इस मुकाबले को जीतने के लिए. पहला सेमीफाइनल है बिजबेहारा प्राइमर लीग एडिशन 3 का ये पहला सेमीफाइनल. कल दूसरा सेमीफाइनल जहां डड्डू रेंजर्स बनाम अल सफीर क्रिकेट क्लब ठीक 2 बजे वो मुकाबला खेला जाएगा और उस मुकाबले पर भी नजरें रहेंगी. फिलहाल इस मुकाबले में क्या कुछ घटता है ये महत्वपूर्ण रहने वाला है. सईद सागर एक लंबे रनअप के साथ गेंदबाजी करते हुए. आसिफ रसूल है सामने, इस बार ऑन साइड की ओर खेलते हुए. वहां पीछे खिलाड़ी दूसरा रन देखना चाह रहे हैं, लेकिन एक ही रन से संतोष होना पड़ेगा. वहां पीछे खिलाड़ी मौजूद और तालमेल सही रखना होगा दोनों बल्लेबाजों को. यहां रन आउट के रूप में बिजबेहारा स्पोर्ट्स क्लब नहीं चाहेगी कि वो विकेट गंवाएं. एक बड़ा स्कोर है चेज कर रही है बिजबेहारा स्पोर्ट्स क्लब. 177 रन बनाए हैं एलिगेंट स्ट्राइकर्स ने और एक मुश्किल परिस्थितियों के बीच बल्लेबाजी की। 55 पे 4 विकेट आउट हुए थे, लेकिन कमाल की वो इनिंग्स खेली थी मंजूर इलाही और नदीम भट्ट ने 49 रन बनाए थे। नदीम भट्ट ने 21 गेंदों के अंतर्गत और इस मैच में वापसी करवाई थी एलिगेंट स्ट्राइकर्स की। रोहन राठी, और इस बार मौका जरूर बना था, लेकिन गैप में गेंद जाते हुए 4 रन के लिए।
Just over the fielder's head at backward point. The fielder tried hard, but the fielder stationed at backward point, that was close to those fingertips. 4 lucky runs for Rohan Rathi, moves to 10. Bijbehara Sports Club 23 for 1. They need a partnership here, and they need a partnership to stabilize their innings, to stamp the authority on this game, because this is a do or a die, a knockout game. Said Sagar will be keen to pick up wickets. That is an outstanding shot. Stand and admire that shot all day long. Leaning into the drive, hitting it uppishly, but away from the fielder stationed at cover at a catching position, and the ball trickles away into the fence at extra cover for 4. We've seen some gorgeous shots in the first innings, hit by Nadeem Bhatt over that cover and extra cover region, and a batsman hitting over cover, extra cover, over point, backward point. It's always fantastic to watch. 27 for 1 in the first semi-final. The second semi-final coming your way tomorrow, Wednesday, 13th of September. Daddu Rangers are up against Al Safi Tour and Troubles. Will be live on Bijbehara Premier League official Facebook page and State Sports Live official YouTube channel to catch the live action, live and exclusive from High Secondary Cricket Ground here at Bijbehara. Furious contest between bat and ball. Crowd in numbers here, because the home team is playing up against elegant strikers. Rohan Rathi is on 14 of 9. Have a look at the field. Slip in place on top of the bounce, misfield, but Asif Rasool sends him back. Rohan Rathi was keen to go back to the non-strikers and take a single. Finishes the over, 3 done. It's 27 for 1, 9 runs and over is the current run rate. The required run rate is 8.88 to the over. 27 for the loss of 1. They need 151 from the remaining 17 overs.
It's a good start for Bijbehara Sports Club. Rohan Rathi is looking well accomplished, and giving him company at the other end is Asif Rasool, and looks like that he is now getting the idea of the surface. In the previous over, when he was playing Oas Shah, he was not sure whether to go through the line of the ball or not, and it looks like now he is getting the better of this wicket, and those 2 strokes, 1 over point, that was a bit cheeky, that it was whisked away from that point fielder, and that extra cover drive was just brilliant. Oas Shah will probably continue the proceedings, and he will be bowling to Asif Rasool. That one wrapped on the pad, ricochets off the pads towards the square leg for a comfortable single. And if you look at the way both these two batters have approached, there are no half measures whatsoever. They are playing every ball on merit, and whenever they get it in their slot, they take full toll of it, and that is something which Bijbehara Sports batsmen would rely on, to hit through the line, time it to perfection, and not to play those extravagant shots like Lone Liaquat did on the previous occasion.
This one has gone in the air. That has been smashed. That has gone out of air. Rohan Rathi getting one in his radar and swinging it over deep mid-wicket, and gets a good chunk of wood onto that as well. 6 takes him to 20. 34 for 1. As my friend mentioned, there are no half majors. They're going full-blooded, and that was a full-blooded swipe. It was a proper cricketing shot for 6. Next delivery. This time drives beautifully, finds the middle of the bat. The bowler showing some signs of aggression, and now the crowd joins in. We've got a pretty good crowd in here. Good number as well. Asif Rasool is at the other end. Uwais Shah is getting a lot of boos from the crowd because he tried to throw at the batter's end. Slower delivery, but that was well read, and that's gone out of air. That is a mighty good shot, and it has been smoked down the ground for 6 runs. 2 sixes in a space of 3 balls. The score has gone up to 40 for 1. Slower delivery tried, but he was up to it. He read it prior to the release, and he was going to bowl a slower delivery. He's picked up bones out of that. Smashed, literally.
Irshad, I might have to take my words back, because the way Rohan Rathi is batting at the moment, he looks in a terrific touch, and that stroke, a well-read slower delivery, just extension of the arms, getting it from the meat of the bat, and it has gone a long way over long off. That was almost 90 meters.
And look at the swing of the bat. Look at the head of position of the head. It was still, and he was hitting down the ground. The swing was brilliant, and look at the camera work. That's outstanding. International stuff was reminded on that camera work by the cameraman. Look at that. The ball, well, is sailing away, and he's sailing beyond the boundary for 6. This time he goes mid-wicket, fielder in pursuit. The batsman will come back for a couple. That is smart batting by Rohan Rathi. He's already made an impression. He's 28 of 14. Bijbehara Sports Club, they're going along nicely. Uwais Shah has to pick up a wicket here. Fast ball, quick, on a length, punched down the ground. Crowd joins in yet again. Over comes to a finish. 4 done. It's 42 for 1. Rohan Rathi is going on strong. 28 from 15.
Absolutely, the camera work has been the most significant part of this edition of the Bijbehara Premier League, and it has been the trademark camera work so far, the best in the business I have seen so far. And you talked about the head position which Rohan Rathi was in while playing that shot. He was very much confident that it is going to be very well timed. All he had to do is to get it from the meat of the bat, and the wicket, which I have been telling you right from the word go, this wicket is such good to bat on that anything in your arc you can hit through the line, and that's exactly what Rohan Rathi did on that occasion, just offering the full face of the bat, and the ball was deposited way back, almost 20 yards over boundary for 6. And a small conference going on in the elegant strikers, and Manzoor Ilahi just opting for the plan B probably, and Syed Sagar will continue his proceedings from the higher secondary end. And it's right decision made by the captain, because he is the strike bowler of elegant strikers, and if they saw Rohan Rathi is back in this over, they have a match on cards.
बिल्कुल कोई दोहराई है नहीं इसमें. शुरुआत में जब भी आप विकेट्स लेते हैं तो दबाव में टीम आ जाती है और चेज कर रही है यहाँ एक बड़ा टारगेट, और सईद सागर पे कप्तान एक बार फिर भरोसा जताया है. 3रा ओवर लगातार उन्हें सौंपा गया है. आसिफ रसूल उनका सामना करने के लिए तैयार, और सईद सागर अब तक एक विकेट उन्होंने जरूर लिया है, लेकिन महंगे साबित जरूर हुए हैं. 21 रन अब तक उन्होंने खर्च किए हैं, और एक मजबूत शुरुआत नजर आते हुए बिजबेहारा स्पोर्ट्स क्लब की ओर से. अभी जो बैटिंग लाइनअप आने वाली है बिजबेहारा स्पोर्ट्स क्लब की ओर से एक लंबी बैटिंग लाइनअप है इस टीम के। परवेज रसूल का भी आना बाकी। अंकित, माइक अग्रवाल, सईद सागर अगली गेंद लेकर और इस बार डाउन द ट्रैक आए और गेंद को गैप में भेजा है और कोई खिलाड़ी मौजूद नहीं। लॉन्ग ऑन बाउंड्री से बाहर 4 रन के लिए। धीमी गति से गेंद, लेकिन इस गेंद को पड़ा वहां आसिफ रसूल ने। डाउन द ट्रैक आते हुए गैप में स्ट्रोक को धकेलते हुए एक और चौका और दबाव की स्थिति में नजर आते हुए यहां एलिगेंट स्ट्राइकर्स। और अब जो मिड ऑन पे खिलाड़ी है उन्हें पीछे हटने का इशारा वहां पे किया जा रहा है सईद सागर द्वारा। और लॉन्ग ऑफ बाउंड्री पर जो खिलाड़ी है उन्हें अंदर आने का इशारा किया जा रहा है। और अब एक मिड ऑफ और लॉन्ग ऑन रीजन पर एक खिलाड़ी नजर आएगा और सईद सागर महंगे साबित होते हुए नजर आ रहे हैं। एक विकेट जरूर मिला है लेकिन उसके बाद रन्स दिए हैं इस खिलाड़ी ने। और इस बार गैप पे स्ट्रोक, पीछे खिलाड़ी इस बार मौजूद एक सिंगल के लिए आसिफ रसूल और रोहन राठी। रोहन राठी इंप्रेसिव नजर आए एक छोर से, जिस तरह के स्ट्रोक्स अब तक उनके बल्ले से लगे हैं पिछले ओवर में। ओवे शाह जिनको हावी नहीं होने दिया और शॉट्स लगातार खेले। शुरुआत में जिस तरह गेंद फंस के आ रहा था, अब टाइम कर रहा है खिलाड़ी रोहन राठी की। अगर हम बात करें 47 एक विकेट के नुकसान पर 5वां ओवर पारी का और करंट रन रेट जो है वो 10.5 के ऊपर अब नजर आ रही है। और नीचे कमाल का ये स्ट्रोक है रोहन राठी के बल्ले से, स्टैंड एंड डिलीवर, कोई मौका किसी खिलाड़ी के पास नहीं। एक और चौका। जब भी आप बाहर गेंद देंगे, इतना मौका बल्लेबाज को देंगे तो रन्स बनेंगे।
It was a delightful stroke from Rohan Rathi and going on one knee and just extension of their arms and we're caressing that ball through extra cover fans for 4. And Asif Rasool is doing right there. He's not trying anything silly, just giving strike to Rohan, who is hitting it very well at the moment. And Said Sagar is feeling under the pump. Once again, offering the full face of the bat, the ball goes towards mid-on region for a comfortable single.
और देखिए 50 रन जुड़े हैं सिर्फ 5वां ओवर, 52 रन एक विकेट के नुकसान पर। और इससे आप अंदाजा लगा सकते हैं कि रोहन राठी ने किस रफ्तार से रन्स बनाए हैं। 16 गेंदों से 33 रन। और जो शॉट्स इस खिलाड़ी के पास हैं, जो शुरुआत में आप बात कर रहे थे, चिप शॉट्स खेल रहे थे, हाफ हार्टेड शॉट्स नजर आ रहे थे। आप टाइमिंग देखें, आप स्ट्रोक्स देखें, इस खिलाड़ी के पास क्या है।
Acclimatizing to the conditions quite quickly. He was half-hearted on a couple of occasions first up, but then he was hitting his straps brilliantly and he's playing a gem of a knock. It's experience for you, experience of playing on turf wickets, and that's experience of playing the highest level of cricket that Rohan Rathi has already played, and it's becoming fairly easy to deal these bowlers, the likes of Said Sagar, and he's hitting them brilliantly. These have been proper cricketing shots. There was no wild swings, there were no agricultural maneuvers, and this has been simply outstanding batting. 33 of 17 as 5 overs completed, scoring at 10.40 and over. Bijbehara Sports Club are 52 for 1. This is a fantastic start that they needed to chase 181. All is not lost for the team of elegant strikers. They can come up good, they can pick up wickets. And here is a bowling change, and it's Amir Aziz, the left arm spinner. This man, I remember that first match of JKPL at the University Cricket Ground. He came up good, he picked up 3 wickets, and the Red 11 team was victorious, particularly due to the brilliance of this left arm spinner. Amir Aziz. He was talking to Parvez Rasool, the legendary, iconic megastar, prior to the start of the match, besides the boundary line, probably taking some tips from the iconic off spinner of India. He's into the 6th over. This one has been swept away for 4. That's brilliant. Anticipating, and he has been proactive. This is a great approach. When the left arm spinner comes in, you are getting that sweep out of your repertoire. That's a brilliant shot to play. And look at that. What was good about that shot was he had his wrists in control. And he had control on that shot. And now there is a fielder at short fine leg. Now he goes down the ground. He goes out of the ground. That's gone a fair distance. That's a huge one. Rohan Rathi. He's turning it on. And he's turning it on big time and quickly for Bijbehara Sports Club. What a player he is. 43 of just 19. And look at that camera work once again. That was the extension of the arms. And hitting through the line. Using the pace of the bowler, whatever pace was put on that delivery. Amir Aziz is under some pump. 4 and a 6 of the first 2 balls. Aggressive approach, the positive intent. That's what positive intent can do to you as a batter. And he's reaping the rewards. Amir Aziz. Once again, this time luck favours him, and that's gone for 4. Slip was there, but it was quite fine on that occasion. And 47 from 19 to Rohan Rathi. And there was Manzoor Elahi in the slips. It should have been caught if there would have been any other fielder there, because a dive was required. He never dived. That was just above the eye line of Manzoor Elahi. That's what I was exactly talking about. The reflexes were needed. This time he comes forward. That's smart batting. He knew that the bowler might be dropping his length and changing and varying his pace, and that's why he came forward and blocked it. No need to go for the rush. 2 boundaries and 6 already coming in this over. Now he brings out the sweep, and has it gone all the way? It has gone all the way for 6. Marvellous batting from a champion player. 50 for Rohan Rathi of just 22. Stand and admire this effort from a brilliant looking, a terrific batting display from Rohan Rathi. What a player and what an innings. 72 for 1. Final ball of the power play coming up. Amir Aziz. This time, sumptuous drive. It will be cut off. No run. Finishes the over. Bowler does wonderfully well in his follow through to pick that one up. Power play is done and dusted. 72 for 1, and the power play has definitely belonged to Bijbehara Sports Club.
That was a terrific ploy being employed by Rohan Rathi, not allowing the left arm spinner to settle down, and bringing that swoop into play was a delight to watch, because that forced Amir Aziz to change his length, adjust to his length, and then hitting it through the line straight for 6. And I think as Irshad rightly mentioned, power play has belonged to Bijbehara Sports Club, and for me I think this should be a cakewalk for them, because they have to score not more than run a ball from here on. And the way Rohan is batting at the moment looks like that if he stays there for 5 to 6 more overs, it will be game over in no time.
A wicket is needed, and look who is being inducted into the bowling attack. It's Nadeem Bhatt. Changed the complexion of the game in the previous match, picked up 4 wickets. He's into the bowling attack, and if Rohan Rathi takes him on, it's game over. I think he will take 2 of the key bowlers away from the attack, and then there are problems for Elegant Strikers.
Yes, of course. Nadeem Bhatt has been the insurance policy for Elegant Strikers throughout this tournament, and you were spot on that if Rohan Rathi takes Nadeem Bhatt on, it will be game over for Elegance, because Saeed Sagar has gone expensive. So was the case with Awais Shah, and Amir Aziz was batted for 20 in his very first over, and now the onus lies on Nadeem Bhatt, and if Elegant Strikers have to bounce back, Nadeem Bhatt has to strike.
Nadeem Bhatt is into the attack. Jasif Hassan, the 12th man, is adjusting the helmet for Asif Rasool, the elder brother of Pervez Rasool. And talking about Asif Rasool, he has been a mute spectator at the other end. We know the flamboyance of this man. He's batting on 6 from 7. He's playing second fiddle, and understandably so. 53 from 23. Rohan Rathi is going great guns blazing. And Nadeem Butt, new bowler, new end. Will he come up with something new for his team? Will he pick up a wicket? They need a wicket quite badly at this stage to make a comeback into this game. The umpires are inspecting the ball. The two officials, they have done exceedingly well. Talking about this job of umpires, it's a thankless job to me, because you get trolled every now and then. You make a good decision, you get trolled. You commit an error. That's up and over. That's easy. Easy pickings. There is fielder in the deep. The batsman will pick up a single. I was talking about umpiring throughout the world, talking about any level whatsoever. Umpires are the most criticized creatures on this universe, in this universe, on this planet. They make a fair decision, they're trolled. They commit any error, they're trolled. Well, what's the way forward for them? It's quite difficult for them. That's gone straight down the throat and put down and palmed over the boundary for 6. The wicket was coming, but the fielder has made a mess of that. And not only has he dropped it, he's palmed it over for 6.
The fielder at point has made a complete mess of it. And look who has been dropped. Rohan Rathi, the man who is firing all cylinders. And this is definitely going to be very, very costly for elegant strikers. And Nadeem Butt, the man with the golden arm, struck straight away, but was not supported from his fielders. You rightly mentioned that umpiring, it's not an easy job by any means. And when you are officiating without a proper aiding techniques, like you don't possess LBW DRS systems, you don't possess any, and even on international level, umpires are always at the receiving end. And the reason for that is quite simple, because they have to neutralize that element of bias which is there to be had. And Nadeem Butt, as we were talking about, the insurance policy of elegant strikers paid away straight away, but the fielder had other ideas. He made a complete mess of it. And what was the injury? Adding injury to the insult was that palming it over the boundary for 6.
80 for the loss of 1 wicket. This is going to be a crucial partnership. Nadeem Butt, that's in the air, but away from the fielder. There was no fielder close in that position of short extra cover. The batsman wanted to, but Rohan Rathi sends Asif Rasool back. Rohan Rathi, 60 of 25. Elegant strikers might have come prepared for Parvez Rasool and others, and this man came out of syllabus. He came out of nowhere. 60 of 25. What an innings. What a fabulous effort this has been. Extra cover now employed as Nadeem Butt punched straight to the fielder Said Sagar inside the circle. No run. 7 done. It's 81 for 1. Well, so far we have seen that there is scope of playing normal cricketing shots even in a T20 game. I've seen every format of the game. I have seen the T10 format. I've seen the 100 format as well, the 100 ball format. And any player who is capable of playing those normal cricketing shots is a huge success. No matter how big a striker of the ball you is, if there is a pitch that plays the other way round, it's a square turner, well, you have to drop your anchor and you have to play good cricketing shots. Only then you are going to be a huge success. And that has been the story of so many players, of so many batters throughout the world. I was watching an innings of Cheteshwar Pujara. Well, he was shunned from IPL because of his technique of playing those dot deliveries more often than not. But then I was watching an innings in county where he was boshing the ball to all parts of the ground, and he was a kind of 60 from 30 odd deliveries. Well, you have scope. You can fire quickly, you can add runs and accumulate them in a short span of time if you are a brilliant timer of the ball and if you know how to place the ball in the gaps.
बिल्कुल कोई दो राय इसमें है नहीं। अगर आपके पास टेक्निक है, आपके पास वो क्लास है, और जो आज रोहन राठी ने इस मैच के अंदर दिखाई, ताबड़तोड़ बल्लेबाजी, 24 गेंदों से 60 रन जोड़े और 2 प्रमुख गेंदबाज जो है लेकिन स्ट्राइकर्स के लिए वो अब नजर आते हुए, जाहिद नबी गेंदबाजी करने के लिए पहुंचते हुए, और ये 2 गेंदबाज जो है पिछले मुकाबले में कामयाब रहे थे लेकिन स्ट्राइकर्स की ओर से विकेट्स इन 2 गेंदबाजों ने निकाला था। लेकिन आज जिस तरह पहले ओवर में दबाव डाला आमिर अजीज के ऊपर रोहन राठी ने, वो सीप शॉट्स नजर आए और जिस तरह के शॉट्स इस खिलाड़ी के पास अब तक नजर आए हैं, हावी रहे इस मुकाबले के ऊपर और एक तरफा इस मुकाबले को बनाया है रोहन राठी ने। जो मुश्किल विकेट नजर आ रही थी उसी विकेट पे रोहन राठी बल्लेबाजी करे, लेकिन अलग रंग से ये खिलाड़ी आज छाया इस मैदान के ऊपर। और ये बड़ा स्टेज है, बीपीएल का ये स्टेज, बीपीएल का ये मंच, और सेमीफाइनल मुकाबला है, आसान रहता नहीं। और जब आप बाहर से आते हैं आपके लिए ये परिस्थितियां समझना उतना आसान नहीं, लेकिन जिस तरह इस खिलाड़ी ने आज खेला है, जिस तरह गेंदबाजों के साथ यहाँ इस बल्लेबाज ने खेला है, कमाल की बल्लेबाजी रही है। और उस एक स्ट्रोक को खेल के छोड़ के जो वहां पे नदीम बट की पिछले ओवर में ड्रॉप किया था, और यहां से रसूल की तारीफ करनी होगी, साथ दे रहे हैं रोहन राठी का, कोई भी जोखिम उनके ओर से अब तक नजर नहीं आया है। सिंगल्स रोटेट कर रहे हैं, उन्हें मालूम है कि रोहन राठी बाकी का काम कर रहे हैं, तो ये एक अच्छी सोच।
Yes, the approach has been quite brilliant from Asif Rasool because he knows that Rohan Rathi is timing the ball brilliantly and he is playing a cameo at the other end. No need for him to get carried away and play foul strokes. That's partnerships, and that's the role of being a second fiddle to your partner. If there is need to go big, particularly in those slog overs, then every batter comes and goes big. But if you have a match to win, and if you have a final spot in the finals up for grabs, then this is the right kind of approach needed.
कोई दौरा इसमें है नहीं। और रोहन राठी की अगर हम बात करें, एक छोर से इस खिलाड़ी ने वो काम तमाम किया है जो बाकी खिलाड़ियों को करना चाहिए था। बाकी आने वाले खिलाड़ियों के लिए इसने चीजें आसान कर दी हैं, क्योंकि अब रुकाइड रन रेट देखें, अब वो 7 से ज्यादा नजर नहीं आ रही हैं। और ये होता है जब आप शुरुआत में रन्स बनाते हैं, और अब उस सीप के लिए वहां प्रोटेक्शन रखी गई है और लगातार हमने ये खिलाड़ी सीप खेलते हुए देखा, लेकिन जिस मार्जिन के साथ इसने स्ट्रोक्स खेले, एक बार फिर ड्राइव करते हुए वहां लॉन्ग ऑफ पर खिलाड़ी मौजूद, जिस कॉन्फिडेंस के साथ ये खिलाड़ी अब तक नजर आया मैदान के ऊपर, एक तरफा इस मुकाबले को बनाता हुआ 85 एक विकेट के नुकसान पर 8वां ओवर बिल्कुल भी गेंदबाजी एलिगेंट स्ट्राइकर्स के ऊपर हावी होने नहीं दिया इस खिलाड़ी ने, और कमाल की बल्लेबाजी रही है। एक छोर से रोहन राठी द्वारा, आसिफ रसूल दूसरे छोर से शांत नजर आ रहे हैं और साथ दे रहे हैं रोहन राठी का, क्योंकि उन्हें मालूम है कि वो रंग में नजर आ रहे हैं। उन्होंने शॉट्स मैदान के चारों ओर अब तक जड़े हैं। 8 ओवरों का खेल समाप्त, 85 है बोर्ड पे, 1 विकेट के नुकसान पर। जहां कल भी हम आपके साथ जुड़ेंगे, जहां दूसरा सेमीफाइनल होगा और टीमें रहेंगी आमने सामने, डड्डू रेंजर्स बनाम अलसफी टूर एंड ट्रेवलर्स। ये दूसरा सेमीफाइनल होगा इस टूर्नामेंट का और बहुत बड़ा मुकाबला ये भी घटेगा। दोनों टीमें बहुत मजबूत इस टूर्नामेंट के अंदर नजर आई हैं। हालांकि अलसफी टूर एंड ट्रेवलर्स स्नोलैंड क्रिकेट क्लब के ऊपर वो मैच डिपेंड था, लेकिन स्नोलैंड क्रिकेट क्लब इस टूर्नामेंट से बाहर और अलसफी ने जगह बनाई है सेमीफाइनल्स के लिए। अब क्या रणनीति यहां से कप्तान की होनी चाहिए इरशाद भाई, क्योंकि विकेट्स आ नहीं रहे हैं और जिस तरह रोहन राठी ने एक तरह से अटैक किया है, अब कप्तान मंजूर इलाही के मन में बहुत सारी चीजें इस वक्त चल रही होंगी और क्या प्लान्स है उनके पास, किस प्रिपरेशन के साथ ये टीम उतरी है मैदान के ऊपर, आज वो प्लान्स भी नजर आएंगे। क्या उन प्लान्स में कामयाब होंगे या फेल होते हुए नजर आएंगे, लेकिन स्ट्राइकर से देखने वाली बात। लेकिन नदीम बट एक खिलाड़ी जिसने डट के मुकाबला किया है, पहले बैट से और अब गेंद से भी इस खिलाड़ी ने कमाल किया है। इस पूरे टूर्नामेंट के अंदर इस खिलाड़ी ने छाप छोड़ी है और आती बड़ा स्ट्रोक, ऊंची गेंद गई है, खिलाड़ी नीचे और लेकिन नो मैंस लैंड में जाती हुई गेंद 2 रन और अर्जित करते हुए आज सब कुछ सही जा रहा है इस खिलाड़ी के लिए। रोहन राठी की अगर बात करें,
Absolutely. There is a strategy to come out of this trouble, it's to have one fielder extra inside the ring. Put some added pressure to the two batters to go for the kill, have fielders at right places and try them to go for the big shot. If they go for the big shot and if the wicket comes, then you will have a chance of picking up a wicket. That is gorgeous. That is simply sumptuous. That is stand and deliver. Lovely shot in the slot. But what about that? That was through the line, full face of the bat shown to the bowler and the umpire, and away she goes over the boundary. That is a skimmer for 6.
और जो भी यंग खिलाड़ी देख रहे हैं रोहन राठी के इस पारी को, चाहे घर में देख रहे हैं मैदान के ऊपर देख रहे हैं, सीख लेना होगा इस पारी से। रोहन राठी ने जिस तरह से बल्लेबाजी की है और ये उन तमाम खिलाड़ियों को सीखना चाहिए जो आगे बढ़ के खेलना चाहते हैं, बड़े मंचों पर आना चाहते हैं, और ये प्रेरणा देगी इनिंग्स। और इस खिलाड़ी ने किसी भी गेंदबाज को हावी होने नहीं दिया है और एक तरफा इस मुकाबले को बनाया है। जो स्ट्रोक्स इस बल्लेबाज के पास है, टाइमिंग पे निर्भर है ये बल्लेबाज, और टाइमिंग देखे कमाल की टाइमिंग रही है। लॉन्ग ऑफ के ऊपर से वो शॉट्स हो, स्ट्रेट डाउन द ग्राउंड वो स्ट्रोक्स हो, कवर के ऊपर से स्ट्रोक्स हो, पॉइंट बाउंड्री के ऊपर से शॉट्स हो, इस खिलाड़ी के पास हर एक शॉट मौजूद।
Well, he has been simply smart so far, and they have fed him to his strengths. That's the most important part of his innings. Now, if they want to pick up his wicket, what I have seen so far, by the looks of it, he looks quite half-hearted on the short ball. Try a bumper, have that backward square leg on the boundary. That's like a tracer bullet to that fielder at deep square leg, beg your pardon. Have deep square leg back, have deep mid wicket back. Try to bounce him up. If he is trying to pull a hook, he may fall into that trap, because what I have seen so far is that short ball might be his weakness.
इरशाद भाई, एक बात और नोट कर लीजिए आप यहाँ से, वो जो आप शुरुआत में कह रहे थे कि ये टीम शायद प्रिपेयर करके आए होंगे, आसिफ रसूल के लिए रणनीति करके आए होंगी, फिर परवेज रसूल के लिए और लोन लियाकत के लिए, लेकिन ये जो खिलाड़ी हैं इसके बारे में कुछ भी इससे पहले नहीं जानती थी। एलिगेंट स्ट्राइकर्स, आउट ऑफ द बॉक्स ही खिलाड़ी, और इस नए बल्लेबाज को बॉलिंग करना, उसकी स्ट्रेंथ्स और वीकनेस को जानना शुरुआत में आसान नहीं रहता।
Reminds me of Ajantha Mendis coming away straight into the final against India, and he stunned Indians, and Sri Lanka bundled India out. And this is the beauty of having a player thinking out of the box. And that's what the management and the captain of BSC they have done, and they have brought in, they have roped in Rohan Rathi for this match, and he stunned everyone by playing some exceptional normal cricketing shots.
ये भी प्रशंसा परवेज रसूल की होनी चाहिए। वो जानते हैं कि खिलाड़ी किस कोने में छुपे हैं। आम आदमी जो होगा, आम खिलाड़ी जो होगा, उसको मालूम नहीं, और उन्हें मालूम है टैलेंट कहाँ है, किस क्षेत्र में। हिंदुस्तान के सभी जगहों पे खिलाड़ी खेला है, और पौंडीचेरी से हो, महाराष्ट्र से हो, राजस्थान से हो, ये हर एक स्टेट से खेला ये खिलाड़ी, इन्हें मालूम है। और रोहन राठी के बारे में हम बाद में मैच के बाद इसके बारे में जरूर जानना चाहेंगे, लेकिन एक खिलाड़ी कमाल का नजर आया। जिस तरीके के शॉट्स अब तक इस खिलाड़ी ने जड़े मैदान के चारों ओर, और ये यहाँ के लोकल खिलाड़ियों के लिए एक सीख होगी। आतिफ कुयूम मेरे साथी, आदिल कुयूम मेरे साथी इंग्लिश कमेंट्रेटर हैं, बिजबेहारा से ये ताल्लुक रखते हैं और जानते हैं इस मैदान के ऊपर और इस लीग के बारे में, और ये एडवांटेज जाएगा यहाँ के बडिंग जो यंग लड़के हैं, सीख मिलेगी। इस तरह के खिलाड़ी जब भी इस बड़े मंच पे आते हैं, जो लोग देखते हैं, जो आगे बढ़ना चाहते हैं, उनके लिए ये एक बहुत बड़ा फायदा है यहाँ रोहन राठी का।
Yeah, the beauty of his innings has been that he has not tried to overhit the ball. He relied on timing, just copybook strokes, and the way he has played those strokes, the sixes went almost 20 rows back, and that is something which the budding cricketers, the young cricketers should take note of, that if you are playing proper cricketing strokes, if you rely on techniques, you will be paid for that, you will be rewarded for that. And Parvez Rasool has been spot on, that's kind of saving his best for the last, that this Rohan Rathi came out of nowhere, and elegant strikers have no answers so far.
एक और चीज मैं आपसे जानना चाहूंगा, एलिगेंट स्ट्राइकर्स की ओर से कप्तानी क्या एवरेज रही है या बॉलिंग एवरेज रही है, किसको आप दोष देना चाहेंगे जिस तरह अब तक क्रिकेट खेली है एलिगेंट स्ट्राइकर्स ने, क्योंकि शुरुआत में एक विकेट मिला था.
Yeah, I must admit that Nasir has been spot on, that they have fed him up to his strength. They have pulled full and he has been up to the mark, and they have not tried to jag him up, bump him up. If you look at that shot which he was dropped at point, that was at a 3/4 delivery. He was trying to use the pace of the ball. He was nowhere near the line of the ball. The ball went to the fielder and unfortunately he couldn't latch on it.
एक चीज और मैं आपसे जानना चाहूंगा, पेस ऑन द बॉल हमने देखा कि रोहन कौल पसंद करते हैं, लेकिन आगे आए, स्टेप आउट किया और यहाँ हवा में गेंद और खतरा मोल लिया था आसिफ रसूल ने इस बार. एक और चीज मैं आपसे जानना चाहूंगा, आदिल कोयो मेरे साथ जुड़े हैं, और एक और चीज मैं आपसे जानना चाहूंगा वो ये है कि जी हमें ये जानने वाला था आपसे कि एलिगेंट स्ट्राइकर्स के गेंदबाजों ने सीखा नहीं है, पेस ऑन द बॉल जब भी आई है तो स्ट्रोक्स लगे हैं, वो जो वेरिएशन से वो नजर नहीं आए हैं, प्लान के साथ ये टीम मैदान के अंदर नजर नहीं आई. बॉडी लैंग्वेज देखें, डेली अब नजर आ रही है.
Yeah, that's quite right. That they are looking down and under, and there are ample reasons why, because Rohan Rathi has got all guns blazing, and Asif Rasool is doing right thing at the moment, not trying to do anything silly, just giving time to his partner who is hitting it well, and if these two went on for quite some overs, it will be game over with time to spare.
इरशाद भाई आपसे जानना चाहूंगा, क्या कप्तान को इस वक्त एक ब्रेक लेनी चाहिए, अपने खिलाड़ियों का के साथ एक मंत्रा करनी होगी, एक बातचीत करनी होगी और उनका हौसला बढ़ाना होगा. अभी भी हम गेम में हैं, अभी भी रन्स पड़े हुए हैं, क्रिकेट है, कुछ भी हो सकता है, जान लगानी है, बड़ा मुकाबला है, सेमीफाइनल है. आप इस तरह देखते ही देखते इस मुकाबले को जाने हाथ से नहीं देते.
I reckon there are 2 more balls to come before the break, and the break is on. The strategic timeout is on. They might take a breather, they might discuss the things, and I think probably for my liking, Zahid Nabi has come on to bowl quite late in the innings. They might have given him the 4th over, tried to come up early, because left arm spinner in the power play, we've seen so many left arm spinners bowling in the power play, trying to bowl those dart ins and taking wickets, and probably they have missed a trick here. Zahid Nabi is a go-to man, he's a genuine wicket taker, and probably they might think a wicket here and there and then take another one and come back into the game. But well, there are ifs and buts. There are no ifs and buts in cricket. If you don't do it, you are not doing it, you are out of the game. 82 needed from 61, still anybody's game, but 97 for 1 at the halfway stage. Bijbehara Sports Club are bossing the game.
आमिर अजीज की अगर हम बात करें, उन्होंने एक ओवर डाला था, उसमें रन्स पड़े थे, और दूसरी छोर से अगर हम देखें परवेज रसूल के गेंदबाज को रन्स पड़े थे आदिल कोयम, तो परवेज रसूल ने उनको दूसरा ओवर कराया, उन्हें कहा कि नहीं घबराने की जरूरत नहीं है, आप करें दूसरा ओवर, हौसला बढ़ाया उस गेंदबाज का, और उन्होंने शायद विकेट भी निकाल के दिया था. आमिर अजीज पे जब रोहन राठी ने रन्स बनाए तो कप्तान ने उन्हें मोर्चे से हटाया, क्या ये सही फैसला था?
No, actually, T20, it is the nature of the game is that much peculiar, and over here or there can change the entire scenario of the game, and that's what exactly happened. Amir Aziz was clobbered for 20, and that literally eased the way for the BSC batters. But still, as Irshad said, it's anybody's game. A wicket here or there can bring back elegant strikers, but who will bell the cat? That is the question to be answered, and I think they should persist with Nadeem Bhatt, because if they are not able to get wickets in next couple of overs, Rohan Rathi will definitely take the game away from them.
बिल्कुल कोई दौरा नहीं, जिस तरह से उन्होंने बल्लेबाजी की है, और आमिर अजीज मेरी नजर में वो ट्रम्प कार्ड रहेंगे इस एलिगेंट स्ट्राइकर्स की बॉलिंग की दार जो है उसमें आमिर अजीज ने काफी योगदान दिया है. लेकिन आज जिस तरह रोहन राठी ने उनके ऊपर शॉट्स लगाए हैं, सीप्स हो या फिर डाउन द ग्राउंड जो स्ट्रोक्स रोहन राठी ने लगाए हैं, दबाव है आमिर अजीज के ऊपर, और पहले ओवर में 20 रन खाना किसी भी गेंदबाज का मनोबल डाउन करता है. इरशाद भाई,
Absolutely. But left arm spinners, they are always genuine wicket takers. If Amir Aziz is able to pick up a wicket here, he's in his second over. It's good pace to bowl at. He's not firing the ball in and bowling from the school end, where mid wicket, square leg, well, fairly a bigger boundary in comparison to what we have on the other side. Makes room, thrashes it inside out, down towards deep extra cover. Asif Rasool is on 12 of 18. Now 13 of 19, when he can afford to take some time, because the guarantee is at the other end. That is Rohan Rathi, 73 from 38. Amir Aziz. This time that ball stayed down. He was trying to go offside with some real power and might. He's not able to lay bat onto the ball because that one kept low. And from that end we have seen that dual bounce in this wicket. Once again, half-hearted. It's been a struggle so far from that end for Rohan Rathi. Lapse in concentration probably. 73 or 40. He's trying to go down the ground, and the left arm spinner is taking the ball away from the right hander. Fielders in place. He wants him to play a rash shot, a foul shot. Wants to pick up a wicket here. 79 from 55. Bijbehara Sports Club. Couple of wickets at this stage. Make this game interesting. Once again finds the fielder. And we have seen from a couple of overs, Adil Bhai, that he's not able to find the spaces. It happens with many a batsman when they get a quick start, a terrific batting display, and suddenly they get bogged down. They start hitting the fielders, they start losing the plot, and then the wicket comes.
Yeah, exactly. If you look, he's also starting to lose shape, and on the previous occasion he was trying to muscle the ball. That one kept a bit low, but you're right there that after getting that brilliant start, he is losing shape, and I think this is a crucial phase for elegant strikers to cash onto it, because he's not hitting it the way he was hitting right from the word go, and this is the phase where they can contain, build some pressure, and wicket can do wonders at this moment.
Fair point. Made by Adil Bhai. Backward point, gully. Third man is inside the ring. Elegant strikers need a wicket badly. Asif Zahid Nabi. Well, he's mighty capable of doing that. This has gone up in the air. Chance, chance, chance. Will that be taken? Yes, it is. The wicket comes finally. And Asif Rasool, 13 of 19. Is there an opening for elegant strikers? The man with the golden arm strikes, Zahid Nabi. And Asif Rasool has to walk back. Bijbehara Sports Club lose their second. 99 for 1, and finally the wicket comes.
First real aggressive stroke from Asif Rasool, and look what he has done. Straight down the throat of long off fielder. And this is the pressure which was building, because Rohan Rathi was unable to hit it cleanly from a couple of overs. And now Asif Rasool looking to take charge, and he scammed straight away.
और देखें जम्मू कश्मीर के आन बान और शान परवेज रसूल का आक्रमण विकेट के ऊपर होता हुआ। और बात अगर इस मुकाबले की करें, जो हम लगातार इरशाद भाई बात कर रहे थे कि लेग स्पिनर्स लगातार गेम में रहते हैं, और यहाँ एक विकेट मिलता हुआ, इस विकेट के बढ़ने से एक मनोबल बढ़ेगा। कप्तान, वो बातचीत हो रही है जिसकी हम बात कर रहे थे, और अपने शोल्डर्स को हाई करना पड़ेगा, वो मनोबल बढ़ाने पड़ेगा। गेम में अभी भी हैं लेकिन स्ट्राइकर्स।
That's what a break does. It always comes up with wickets. It always comes up with change in fortunes. Is there a change in fortune for elegant strikers? We have to wait and watch. Zahid Nabi. He's the bowler who bowled 4 overs. He gave away just 4 runs and picked up 4 wickets at Jaipur. Picked up a hat-trick in that over as well. He's a kind of a bowler who likes to just give plenty of air, and he gets a lot of purchase from the strip as well. And that's the kind of bowler he has, and that's why I mentioned earlier that they missed the trick. Parvez Rasool is on strike. Zahid Nabi, slip in place for Parvez Rasool. He comes forward, knocks it. Tight single. That was always going to be tight. Rohan Rathi, and another chance has been missed by the close-in fielder there. Look, what Parvez Rasool does brilliantly is that this is the beauty of the game. Forward stride, big stride forward, knocks the ball in front of him. There was a fielder and he was approaching the ball quite closely, and Rohan Rathi was quick to respond.
रोहन राठी दूसरे छोर से खामोश रहे पिछले 2 ओवर्स की अगर हम बात करें. जिस एक्सेलरेटर के साथ वो रन्स बना रहे थे उस पे अंकुश जरूर लगा है. शुरुआत में जिस गति से इस खिलाड़ी ने रन्स बनाए थे, मैच लग रहा था कि 15 ओवर्स के अंदर खत्म हो जाएगा, लेकिन ये यहां से अब एक्सेलरेटर करना जो शुरुआत मिली है आसान रहेगा नहीं. इस बार गैप में खिलाड़ी तो है, वो रोक पाएंगे नहीं, और एक और चौका.
That shot might do his confidence a world of good. He was getting bogged down, but there was length in it. He used the depth of his crease, went back into the depth of his crease and just cracked a cut of the back foot. There was a fielder at Suipakawa, but he had absolutely no chance to stop that. 4 good runs, a welcome boundary for Rohan Rathi, takes him to 77, and Bijbehara 104 for 2 in the 12th over. Zahid Nabi has a catching extra cover in place now. Underedges it. Straight to the fielder. No run. Parvez Rasool was keen to go for a single, but then saw the fielder quite early that he had gained the possession of the ball. Did not move from his place. 104 for 2. 2 more balls to come in Zahid Nabi's over. Rohan Rathi is on strike. This time, that is signature stroke. That is sumptuous, and that's gone many a mile. Look at that. That's just the flick of the wrists. Using those beautiful wrists and taking it over long on for a maximum.
देखिए इस बार रडार में वो गेंद, और जिसकी तलाश थी रोहन राठी को. बहुत देर से खामोशी खिलाड़ी था, लेकिन जब आप इस तरह गेंदबाजी करेंगे तो चीजें आसान रहने वाली हैं. और तैयार थे इस स्ट्रोक के लिए, काफी लंबे समय से वो संघर्ष कर रहे थे, जगह बनाने का प्रयास कर रहे थे, और इस बार आगे गेंद मिली, तैयार थे.
I missed one name in that. It had a class of legendary Virat Kohli in that. He hit this ball using those wrists and hitting it over long on for a 6.
बिल्कुल, कल भी वो शॉट था नसीम शाह के गेंद के ऊपर. आपने देखा डाउन द ग्राउंड वो स्ट्रोक्स जब लगते हैं तो वो स्ट्रोक्स बहुत कम खिलाड़ी आपको खेलते हुए नजर आएंगे. और रोहन राठी ने जिस तरह आज प्रदर्शन इस मैदान के अंदर किया है, जिस तरह के शॉट्स, और देखिए बॉल अब ढूंढने में समय लग रहा है, और नई बॉल मैदान के ऊपर बहुत दूर भेजी है गेंदें, और ज्यादा मारने का प्रयास नहीं किया है. टाइमिंग के ऊपर विश्वास इस खिलाड़ी ने जताया, और टाइमिंग देखे जब आप सही ढंग से करते हैं तो बॉल काफी दूर जाती है.
It's correctly mentioned by Adil Bhai that he's relying on timing. He's not trying to overhit, and he's maintaining his posture and balance while hitting the ball, and that's important. Head down on the ball, and the power is generated, and the bat swing comes naturally, and you hit the ball a fair distance without using maximum effort. It gives you maximum result out of a minimum effort, and that's what we saw so far in the batting of Rohan Rathi. 83 of 44. As the next ball, he will pick up a single, and he will bring Parvez Rasool on strike.
I think that was
marks the end of 12 overs. It's Nelson on the board for the loss of 2.
Inexperience on the part of Zahid Nabi there, because he overcompensated on that occasion, trying to go full, and that was Rohan Rathi was waiting for that. No second invitation needed, just using those wrists of steel and depositing it straight over the boundary for 6. And this could have been the stage where they might have anchored this innings, because they got the wicket of Asif Rasool, and they missed an opportunity at the very first instance when Parvez Rasool called for that cheeky single. Had Khalid Butt been a bit more agile there, it could have been curtains for Rohan. But this is all what we call ifs and buts, and Amir Aziz is getting ready to bowl a fresh over.
You had to be spot on with every half chance. You had to convert half chances into full chances in order to be the victors in a game like this. Having an opponent like BSC in front, and having the likes of Parvez Rasool, Rohan Rathi, Asif Rasool, and the others in the opponent's side, you need to convert those half chances. Amir Aziz, 2 for 22, has gone for plenty. 20 runs came off his first over. Rohan Rathi is on 84. Parvez Rasool is at the other end. Rohan Rathi is on strike as Amir Aziz is about to start a fresh over from the school end. First ball, anticipates it, just paddles it round the corner for a single and brings Parvez Rasool back on strike. Parvez Rasool is batting on 1 of 1. Amir Aziz, might be a good tussle between Parvez Rasool and Amir Aziz, because Amir Aziz, he too has played competitive cricket and Parvez Rasool knows him quite well. Backward point, third man inside the ring. There is a short cover in place. This time that one ball capped low. A busy player, Parvez Rasool, picks up a single. He does not like to play dot balls. He is straight away in the business, and busy players are always a key to any side, being any level whatsoever.
And that's the beauty of Parvez Rasool's batting, that he keeps the scoreboard ticking and he's always as busy as a bee, we call it. And Rohan Rathi has been terrific throughout, trying to go inside out. The ball goes towards the point region. 4 runs. Amir Aziz almost foxed him there, but as we say, fortune favors the brave. That was a release shot at the end of the day from Rohan Rathi, just allowing that extension of the arms that took that ball away from the fielder at covers into the point fence for 4.
It was a leading edge as he was trying to work the ball towards the onside by skipping down the track. Rohan Rathi moves to 89. Here's Amir Aziz once more. That delivery in the air, down towards long on. The batsman will pick up another easy single. He's using those vacant spaces to a mighty good effect. Moves to 90 and brings Parvez Rasool back on strike. 118 for 2. 2 more balls to come in the 13th over. Amir Aziz so far has given away 29 runs in his 2.4 overs. Amir Aziz to Parvez. Parvez Rasool, using the depth of his crease, knocks this one down towards the vacant region. The fielder coming from long on picks the ball up in between the stumps. Parvez Rasool and Rohan Rathi pick up a single. 90 or 48, none. Not out is Rohan Rathi, is on strike. 1 more ball to come in the 13th over. 59 needed from the 43. Waits for the ball to come. He's always had time in the world, and any batsman who has that ample time is a mighty successful batsman. We've seen it happen with Inzamamul Haq, who had all the time in the world to play those late cuts, those dabs down to third man, those fine tickles of those Yorker length deliveries. And Rohan Rathi has always been busy in this innings. He's always keen. He's been keen to rotate the strike, and he's always believed in himself and his stroke making, and that's why he's batting on 90 or 49.
जी हाँ, रोहन राठी की बात अगर करें तो 49 गेंदों से 90 रन इस खिलाड़ी ने बनाए, 8 चौके और 7 छक्के, 183 का स्ट्राइक रेट रहा है। और इस टूर्नामेंट के अंदर 3 शतक अरुण छपराना, आदिल काचरू और आकाश अयूब, ये 3 खिलाड़ी हैं जिन्होंने शतक जड़ा इस टूर्नामेंट के अंदर। और आज क्या रोहन राठी चौथा खिलाड़ी बन जाता है जो इस टूर्नामेंट में चौथा शतक जड़ता है। और ये इस मैच के ऊपर सेमीफाइनल मुकाबला, हाई वोल्टेज मुकाबला, 2 बड़ी टीमें आमने सामने, इससे बेहतर स्टेज आपके लिए क्या हो सकता है?
No, this is not, I mean, there is not a bigger stage than this. This is the proper stage. This is the perfect stage of the tournament to do this. And against which team that has been unbeaten in the tournament? If you get 100 in your first match playing for Bijbehara Sports Club this season, then these will be heroics on the part of Rohan Rathi.
कोई दौरा इसमें है नहीं। और अब तक जिस गति से इस खिलाड़ी ने रन्स बनाए, 10 रन मात्र दूर शतक से, और 42 गेंदों से 59 रनों की अभी भी आवश्यकता है बिजबेहारा स्पोर्ट्स क्लब को। परवेज रसूल स्ट्राइक पे रहेंगे और ड्राइव करते हुए, हालांकि इस बार खालिद भट्ट पीछे सिंगल्स चुराते हुए परवेज रसूल इस वक्त, क्योंकि उन्हें मालूम है कि स्टेज सेट है, ज्यादा करने की जरूरत है नहीं और रोहन राठी को अगर स्ट्राइक पे लाया जाए ज्यादा बेहतर। और इस बार पुल चढ़ा और मिड विकेट के बीच में एक 4 रन हाफ ट्रैक करिए डिलीवरी और उसका लाभ लेते हुए, और आप परवेज रसूल जैसे बल्लेबाज के सामने ऐसी गेंदबाजी करेंगे तो वो कहां चूकने वाले हैं।
You can't drag it down when Parvez Rasool is in front. When every batter is in front, well, he will put you all day long in the air. He's trying to go extra cover, falls short of the fielder, stationed inside the ring at covers. No harm done. Parvez Rasool is on 7 of 6. Here is Manzoor Elahi. This time quick. Beating Parvez Rasool was trying to go and play a back foot punch, trying to use that space on the offside, not making any contact. It's a dot ball. 123 for 2. Probably trying to open the face of the bat at the last moment, and that's why he was not able to lay any bat onto that. Change in field. Amir Aziz comes at a position of short third inside the ring. As time swings it round the corner, Parvez Rasool will pick up a single down towards deep, backwards square leg. We may call it a deep fine leg, beg your pardon. That single takes him to 8 and brings Rohan Rathi back on strike, who's batting on 90 or 49. Will he get to his 100? Will he join the club of those players who have got hundreds in this tournament? Arun Chaprana, Adil Kachru and Akash Ayub. Those have been the 3 centurions in this tournament so far. Fielder at deep extra cover, getting to his right. This time full toss on the pads, whipped away down towards the fielder, who's unable to stop that. That goes quickly into the boundary at the cow corner. Outstanding batting. No risks whatsoever. Proper cricketing shots. Getting 4 to his name and taking himself to 94. 14 done. It's 128 for 2.
एक चीज मैं आपसे जरूर जानना चाहूंगा, जो टीम इस तरह पूरे टूर्नामेंट के अंदर खेली है और आज जो बड़ा मैच था सेमीफाइनल, उसमें आप डाउन नजर आ रहे हैं, पूरे टूर्नामेंट के अंदर आप अनबीटन रहे हैं और इस तरह का प्रदर्शन सेमीफाइनल के अंदर उस टीम से एक्सपेक्ट आप नहीं करते हैं।
That's the beauty of having quality spinners in your bowling attack. Parvez Rasool, Asif Rasool, Ankit, and then Mike Rawat as well. And that put pressure on the batters against these bowlers, the likes of Khalid Butt, the likes of their top order batters, Akash Ayub and others. They were not sure as to how to handle those bowlers. And when they completed their spells, and then the faster men came into the attack, it was down to Nadeem Butt and Manzoor Elahi to maneuver the bowling and pick up runs at will.
36 गेंदों से 50 रनों की आवश्यकता बिजबेहारा स्पोर्ट्स क्लब को सेमीफाइनल्स में जाने के लिए, और पहली गेंद परवेज रसूल के लिए डॉट गेंद, और आमिर अजीज पहले ओवर को छोड़कर इस गेंदबाज ने अच्छी गेंदबाजी की है। आमिर अजीज आखिरी ओवर उनके स्पेल का रहेगा, पहले ओवर से 20 रन जरूर खाए थे लेकिन उसके बाद अच्छी वापसी इस खिलाड़ी ने की है, और ये है एडवांटेज जब भी आपके पास लेफ्ट आर्म स्पिनर मौजूद है टीम के अंदर। और इस बार ठीक पीछे आए, स्ट्रोक लिया, हालांकि वहां प्रोटेक्शन मौजूद। 1 रन और देखिए दूसरा रन कन्वर्ट करते हुए परवेज रसूल, और ये इस खिलाड़ी के प्रेजेंस ऑफ माइंड देखें, एक को किस तरह 2 में कन्वर्ट किया जाता है और ये बड़े खिलाड़ी की पहचान होती है। थोड़ा सा फंबल हुआ।
If you are a youngster and if you like to succeed in your career as a cricketer, idolize Parvez Rasool, because he's a man who is fit even at this age, fresh legs, taking 2 where there was not more than a single there. That's the beauty, and he has been stumped here. Beautiful wicket keeping skills shown by Akash Ayub. Parvez Rasool has been stumped. Important wicket at this stage. The game is even Stevens, 48 from 34. If they are able to pick up one more wicket in the form of Rohan Rathi, well, there is a game to be won.
कोई दोहराई इसमें नहीं है, बड़ा विकेट है इस मुकाबले के दृष्टिकोण से देखें और आमिर अजीज के लिए ये बड़ा विकेट और जब वो अपने कैरियर में देखेंगे इस विकेट को तो बहुत खुश रहेंगे और बहुत प्रशंसा रहेंगे आज अपनी गेंदबाजी से। जिस तरह 20 रन खाने के बाद वापसी की इस खिलाड़ी ने और इस बार कमाल की गेंद थी आमिर अजीज द्वारा। और परवेज रसूल देखें किस तरह रिप्लेज में आप देखें 130 और तीसरा विकेट आउट होता हुआ परवेज रसूल का बड़ा विकेट। आगे आना चाहते थे बड़ा स्ट्रोक लेने का और देखें फ्रैक्शन ऑफ सेकेंड्स में आकाश अयूब का वह काम बिहाइंड द स्टंप्स कमाल की विकेट कीपिंग लाइटनिंग क्विक नजर आए वहां आकाश अयूब।
That was a typical left arm orthodox spinner's delivery, spinning away, the angle of the ball taking it away rather. Parvez Rasool was trying to go inside out, missed the line of the ball completely, and the wicketkeeper does the rest, whipping the bails, and Parvez Rasool is done for the day. 130 for 3, 14.3 overs have been bowled, and out comes Mayank Rawat. Mayank Rawat, he likes to play his strokes. If they are able to pick up a wicket here, Amir Aziz, 3 more balls to come in his spell. If he can pick up Mayank Rawat, well, pressure will be back on Bijbehara Sports Club.
इरशाद भाई क्या साधारण कप्तानी आप मानते हैं हुई है एलिगेंट स्ट्राइकर्स की ओर से जो दबाव बनाने की कोशिश करनी चाहिए एक विकेट के बाद वो दबाव वो बरकरार रख नहीं पाए और बॉलिंग चेंज भी आप देखें उस तरह से और बॉडी लैंग्वेज खुसूसन आज एलिगेंट स्ट्राइकर्स की बहुत डाउन नजर आई।
If Amir Aziz went for 20 runs in his first over, he could have changed his ends right after that, and he was inducted for his second over quite late, and that might cost them a game. That might cost them a game at this stage because it's too late for a comeback. And Amir Aziz, he's a quality spinner. No matter, he went for 20 in his first over, but there was a scope of a comeback. If you are having a trump card in your team, you have to rely on him. For that, you have to trust. You had to put your trust on him. If you are not trusting a bowler the likes of Amir Aziz, you are playing it straight away into the hands of Bijbehara Sports Club, and that's exactly what has transpired so far. But all is not lost. They can still manage a comeback at this stage. 4 overs, 33 for 1, 15 done. It's 131 for 3. 8.73 is the current run rate. Required is 9.40. They need 47 from 30. Game still on. They had to pick up Rohan Rathi's wicket.
बिल्कुल यही मैं बात कर रहा था लगातार कि कप्तानी साधारण रही है। मैं दोष कप्तानी को जरूर देना चाहूंगा। आदिल फारूक मेरे साथ जुड़े हैं और कितना महत्वपूर्ण आप रोहन राठी की इस विकेट को समझते हैं इस स्टेज पे। अगर रोहन राठी का विकेट एलिगेंट स्ट्राइकर्स लेने में कामयाब होती हैं तो आप क्या समझते हैं एक कमबैक रहेगा एलिगेंट स्ट्राइकर्स की और बहुत एडवांटेज देगी एलिगेंट स्ट्राइकर्स को और एक मौका बन सकता है इस मुकाबले को अपने नाम करने के लिए।
Rohan Rathi's wicket will open up both the ends at this moment, and they have to score almost 10 and over, and it's not an easy job, to be honest, when you are chasing. And I think Manzoor Ilahi missed a trick by holding Amir Aziz back for so long. Had he attacked with him earlier, it could have been a different game altogether. But I think Nadeem Butt's role is also improvised here because he is a kind of a bowler who loves to bowl that back of the hand slowers, and death bowling is his specialization. And I think now when you are chasing and you require 10 and over, Nadeem Butt's 2 overs are going to be very, very crucial.
कोई दौरा इसमें नहीं और गेम ऑन। जब तक ना आखिरी गेंद फेंकी जाए क्रिकेट में आप कुछ कह नहीं सकते हैं। क्रिकेट अनिश्चितताओं का खेल है और इट्स नॉट डन अंटिल इट्स नॉट ओवर। तो ये अभी भी 5 ओवरों का खेल आना बाकी है। 30 गेंदें अभी भी हैं। जीतने के लिए 47 रन चाहिए। करीब करीब 10 की औसत हैं और ऐसे में एक और विकेट तलाश कर रही होगी इस स्टेज पे और जाहिद नबी को गेंद सौंपी गई है। 3 ओवर 18 रन 1 विकेट और कमाल की वापसी की एक छोर से आमिर अजीज ने 20 रन जरूर खाए लेकिन उसके बाद शानदार कमबैक उस खिलाड़ी का रहा। 33 रन का स्पेल 1 विकेट और यहाँ नए बल्लेबाज और ये भी एडवांटेज रहेगा लेकिन स्ट्राइकर्स के लिए क्योंकि वो आंखें जमाना चाहेंगे विकेट के ऊपर समय जरूर लेगा तो वो एडवांटेज रहेगा.
Elegant strikers would love to see the back of Rohan Rathi at the moment, and you are spot on that it will not be easy for Mayank Rawat to come in and hit those straight away, and I think honest lies responsibility lies on Rohan Rathi at the moment, and he has to make sure that he finishes it off himself. And Zahid Nabi has been terrific with his left arm spinners, just given away 19 runs and he is in his fourth over. 46 from 29, anybody's game, and it will be a nail-biting finish.
जी हाँ, संभल कर बल्लेबाजी कर रहे हैं रोहन राठी क्योंकि हार्ड वर्क उन्होंने किया है और अब वो उस शतक की ओर देखना चाहते हैं और डिजर्व भी करते हैं ये खिलाड़ी जिस तरह से बल्लेबाजी की है और थोड़ा समय वो जरूर लेना चाहेंगे क्योंकि 5 रन दूर है. वो बिल्कुल जल्दबाजी करेंगे नहीं. एक बड़ा मंच है, बड़ा स्टेज है और यहाँ से शतक जब आप जड़ते हैं तो ये आपका मनोबल 7वें आसमान पे पहुंचाता है. बड़ा स्टेज है. बिजबिहारा प्राइमरी गो, बढ़िया गेंद इस बार जाहिद नबी द्वारा और वो जो दबाव है वो अब कहीं ना कहीं शिफ्ट होता हुआ नजर आता हुआ. डॉट गेंद और दबाव.
Every dot ball is getting under the skin of BSC batters, and these dots are worth their weight in gold. And Mayank Rawat, he must be in a typical situation at the moment whether to go for it. That was a terrific delivery, and I would love to see the replay of it. Oh, that was an armor, quick delivery, just skidded off and no clue whatsoever to Mayank. That one just dabbing it down and going for that quick single, and this is a crucial phase and Zahid Nabi is doing exactly what is required from the perspective of elegant strikers.
देखिए 25 गेंदे 44 रन. आदिल कोयम किसी का भी गेम है ये.
Yes, definitely it's anybody's game, and over here or there can change the entire scenario of the game, and I think Rohan Rathi is going to be the key now. Oh, poor fielding from the point fielder. Will it cross the fence? Yes, it does. Nadeem Bhatt, the culprit here. It could have been a run out chance had he grabbed it cleanly, but what was the most devastating part of it is he has conceded 4 runs, and those 4 runs have released some sort of pressure from Mayank Rawat.
ये चौका रोहन राठी के बल्ले से आया और वो 99 पे चले गए हैं. 138 3 विकेट के नुकसान पर 24 गेंदों से 40 रन चाहिएगा. आप भी हमारे साथ कमेंट सेक्शन में लिख लीजिए कौन सी टीम यहां से आपको लगता है कि ये मुकाबला जीत के जाएगी. और फिलहाल ड्राइविंग सीट में बिजबिहारा स्पोर्ट्स क्लब खड़ी है.
I think Nadeem Bhatt should come to bowl because he has got 2 hours left and he should be bowling the penultimate over as well, and this is the right time to introduce Nadeem Bhatt.
बिल्कुल वही सोच लग रही है कप्तान की भी और गेंद शायद नदीम भट्ट को ही सौंपी जा रही है और विकेट यहां से अगर आता है एलिगेंट स्ट्राइकर्स को तो इस मुकाबले का नेचर जो है वो बदल जाता है. खासकर रोहन कोल वेल सेटल्ड खिलाड़ी हैं और आंखें जमा चुका है इस विकेट के ऊपर. अगर वो शतक बना के यहाँ विकेट पे ठहरा तो बहुत जल्दी ये रन्स बनाएगा.
Yeah, elegant strikers would love to see the back of Rohan Rathi, and who knows, he is a different man after getting to his 100. We have seen that he is playing those nudges and those proper cricketing strokes. Maybe that 100 is on the back of his mind. Once he gets to his milestone, he will open up his arms, and Nadeem Bhatt is the right customer at the moment. He is a wily customer with the ball. He is a death over specialist, and when you are chasing 10 and over, he is the man for you.
कप्तान की बातचीत हो रही है यहाँ. नदीम भट्ट जो है वो बात करें कप्तान खालिद भट्ट से. कुछ फील्डिंग में वो बदलाव चाह रहे हैं और आप देखें जो वाइडिश मिड विकेट पे खिलाड़ी हैं उन्हें अब सर्कल के अंदर बुलाया जा रहा है. शॉर्ट्स के लेग पे जो खिलाड़ी हैं उन्हें पीछे हटने का इशारा किया जा रहा है. लॉन्ग ऑफ बाउंड्री पर एक खिलाड़ी है, लॉन्ग ऑन पे कोई खिलाड़ी नजर नहीं आ रहा है. डीप मिड विकेट पे एक खिलाड़ी नजर आ रहा है और ऐसे में जो फील्डिंग यहां सजाई गई है ये महत्वपूर्ण रहने वाली है. अकॉर्डिंग टू फील्ड बॉलिंग करनी होगी.
I think he is going to test him with some short stuff, set him it in for a short delivery, and then go for those slowers.
नदीम भट्ट गेंदबाजी करते हुए पहली गेंद माइक को और डॉट गेंद के साथ शुरुआत, और इस स्टेज पे डॉट बहुत मायने रखती है.
138 for 3, 40 from 23. Well, Rohan Rathi might be on 99, but there is a game to be won. He must know this, and he must have this on the back of his mind. Mayank Rawat is on strike. Nadeem Butt, can he change the complexion like he did in batting? Shot, he goes after it. It falls in the no man's land. The batsmen pick up a single. The run rate.
जी हाँ, 99 पे खड़े हैं यहाँ रोहन राठी. एक सिंगल चाहिएगा शतक के लिए, और इरशाद भाई इस शतक को आप किस तरह रेट करना चाहेंगे? बड़ा मैच, सेमीफाइनल का मुकाबला, और रोहन राठी आपके लिए शतक बनाते हैं. किस तरह आप इन इनिंग्स को देखते हैं?
Run rate has gone up to 10.64. If he gets to his 100, it will be a blazing 100. But the job is yet to be done. 10.64 the current run rate, the required run rate. 39 from 22 should not be a problem, must not be a problem, because he is the set batter on 99. All eyes are on Rohan Rathi. Here is Nadeem Butt. Rohan Rathi slices it. He gets to his 100. What a marathon innings this has been from a champion player on a stage where it was needed. He gets his hand up. He gets his hand up in celebration. He tells the crowd, he tells his teammates that I am here to handle the business. What an innings. Take a bow, Rohan Rathi. It has been one heroic effort from the opener of Bijbehara.
इससे बड़ा स्टेज कोई मिल नहीं सकता है आपको अपनी प्रतिभा दिखाने के लिए, और रोहन राठी ने जिस तरह से बल्लेबाजी की है, कमाल की बल्लेबाजी की है. डाउन द ग्राउंड शॉट्स लगाए हैं और मिड विकेट के क्षेत्र पे शॉट्स लगाए हैं. स्वीप्स खेले इस खिलाड़ी ने, दिखाया है कि ये खिलाड़ी क्लास है.
Short pitch delivery coming up for me, because he has got long off inside the 30-yard circle, and let's wait and watch.
This
That one
punched away. He was trying to unsettle the batter there by having a deep backward square leg on the boundary, and then he was having a long on inside the ring at mid on, and probably the batsman might think that the short ball is coming, and then he goes for that double bluff.
Double bluff played by Nadeem Butt there. That brings Mayank Rawat on strike, who has got 4 of 9. In the air, Nadeem Butt underneath, and as simple as it gets.
Mayank Rawat perishes. Finally, the short ball does the trick. Mayank Rawat has to go for 4 of 9. Nadeem Butt finally has scored an important wicket at an important juncture. 144 for the loss of 4. Bijbehara Sports Club, they need 34 from 19 deliveries. Saqib Nazir is the man strolling out into the middle.
माइक की अगर हम बात करें, माइक जो जिसका स्टेज विकेट के ऊपर रहा, ये स्टेज जो उनका शॉर्ट स्टे रहा, वो संघर्षपूर्ण नजर आया, और 9 गेंदें इस खिलाड़ी ने खेली 4 रन बनाने के लिए, और फिलहाल जो स्थिति है 20 गेंदों से 34 रन, किसी का भी ये मुकाबला है. इरशाद भाई यहाँ से 19 गेंदों से 34 रन, और मुकाबला अभी भी गया नहीं है. मुकाबला दोनों टीमों के पक्ष में, और रोहन राठी का विकेट यहाँ चाहेगी एलिगेंट स्ट्राइकर्स की टीम.
Had that catch been taken at that stage, it would have been a different story altogether. But mistakes do happen. Mistakes do creep in cricket. Rohan Rathi is batting on 104 of 54. Nadeem Butt to bowl the final delivery of the 17th over. Saqib Nazir is on strike. Slower delivery.
ये 100
Slower delivery coming. When he was on 99, he sliced that ball up and over. He got a boundary. He got to his 100 in style. Final ball. That's well upped away, down towards deep mid-wicket. The batsmen are trying to come back for a second. No said Rohan Rati. Over comes to a conclusion. Just 7 of that over. 26 for 1 of 3. 104 not out is Rohan Rati. Saqib is on 1. It's 145 for 4. 33 from 18. Required run rate. It's gone more than 10 now.
एक अच्छी चीज जो एलिगेंट स्ट्राइकर्स की ओर से हुई है कि नया बल्लेबाज स्ट्राइक पे रहेगा, आखिरी गेंद पे सिंगल, और कहीं ना कहीं उसका लाभ भी लेना चाहेंगे यहाँ पे, और बहुत वहां पे सारे खिलाड़ी जमा होते हुए एलिगेंट स्ट्राइकर्स मशवरा चल रहा है किस गेंदबाज को यहाँ तलब किया जाए. बहुत महत्वपूर्ण रहने वाला है ये ओवर एलिगेंट स्ट्राइकर्स के दृष्टिकोण से. रुकायत रन रेट अब के 11 के आसपास.
Might be a spinner here, or I think Amir Aziz is done for the day. So is that left arm spinner Zahid Nabi. So the spinners are done for the day. It might be down to those faster men, to those seamers, to put a stranglehold and win it for Elegant Strikers. Elegant Strikers, they have not lost this game yet. You can't lose a game of cricket until it is lost. Game of glorious uncertainties. That's what it is. Omar has been given the ball. What a time to give ball to a seamer who hasn't bowled yet. To bowl the 18th over. These are crucial overs. On strike is Saqib Nazir. 18 balls, 33 needed. Can Bijbehara Sports Club win it? Or can Elegant Strikers pull up a miracle here? 4 wickets down, 6 in the bag. They must do this. 33 from 18, it's gettable. It's definitely gettable. But this is cricket. This is a sport where uncertainties prevail every now and then.
नया गेंदबाज और नया बल्लेबाज सामने रहेगा, दोनों के लिए चुनौती. उमर की पहली गेंद, स्लोअर गेंद, बड़ा शॉट, ऊंची गेंद गई है, दूर भी गई है, और 6 रन पहली गेंद पर.
That is the start he needed. Saqib Nazir, he's a pocket-sized dynamite. He comes up with something spectacular. First ball in the slot, plays a lovely pickup shot over deep mid-wicket, and that's gone a fair distance. 6 of the first ball sets all tongue swagging once more. Saqib 7, 27 from 17. Second ball of the over coming up. He was trying to tickle it fine. He's tickled it fine. That's gone for 4. Bad line, bad length, bad line, wrong length, and the result was in favour of Saqib Nazir. Look at that. He was trying to bowl that leg cutter. He's trying to bowl that off cutter, beg your pardon. That one has gone awry, and that has gone to the fine leg boundary for 4. Oh, it's hit him on the back of the head now. The throw, probably up the bounce. 10 runs off 2 balls. 4 wides. 10 runs off 1 ball. This time he launches it. Oh, that has gone many a mile. Is that the game? Is that the moment? Saqib Nazir is playing a blinder. 2 sixes of 2 balls. 13 of 3 is turning it on for BSC. They need 16 from 6. 16 from 16.
छोटा पैक, बड़ा धमाका. ये है साकिब नजीर आपके लिए. और आती इस गेम का नक्शा इस खिलाड़ी ने बदला है. सिर्फ 3 गेंदें खेली है और गेंद देखे कहां गई है. और ये इस खिलाड़ी की क्षमता है, ताकत है. परवेज रसूल इस खिलाड़ी की तारीफ कर रहे थे पिछले दिन. अगली गेंद, एक बार फिर बड़ा स्ट्रोक देखना चाह रहे थे और इस बार चकमा खाते हुए, लेकिन अब कहीं ना कहीं जो रुकायत रन रेट का जो दबाव था साकिब के इन 3 स्ट्रोक्स ने अब वो 6 के नजदीक लाई.
This is what positive intent can do to you. He came, he swung, he got good amount of bat, he picked up 6s at will. He's broken the mirror of a house nearby. This time he's in trouble. This might be a wicket. Omar has taken it. He has had the last laugh. But is that the wicket? It's gonna change the complexion of the game. I reckon not.
बिल्कुल वो अपना काम कर गए. 4 गेंदें खेली इस खिलाड़ी ने और 13 रन बनाए. इसी काम के लिए तो उन्हें भेजा गया था. जो रिक्वायर्ड रन रेट का वो दबाव था वो 9-10 थी, लेकिन आप देखें वो रन बॉल हो गया है 16 रन 14 गेंदों से. और यहां से अब बहुत आसानी, बहुत मुश्किल होगी नहीं बिजबेहारा स्पोर्ट्स क्लब को इस मुकाबले को जीतने के लिए. 5 विकेट वापस गए हैं और साकिब क्या कमाल के शॉट्स इस खिलाड़ी ने खेले. पिछला शॉट जो खेला था वहां शीशे तोड़े थे मकान के साकिब ने, और मैच के बाद उन्हें इसका जुर्माना भी भरना होगा. लेकिन फिलहाल 5वां विकेट वापस जाता हुआ बिजबेहारा स्पोर्ट्स क्लब का.
That was a cameo required for Bijbehara Sports Club, and Saqib exactly did that. Got some lusty blows from this over, and so ladies and gentlemen, gear up for tomorrow's second semi-final. It's Durdu Rangers versus Al Safir, and this, I assure you, this is also going to be a cracker-jacker of a game. And it looks like that Bijbehara Sports Club will have a berth in the finals, and tomorrow we will have another finalist. So Ankit,
Finalists will come to you tomorrow. Ankit is the new man in, walking to the middle. 16 runs needed, 2 more balls to come. Can Umar pick up a wicket here? Turn neatly away down towards square leg, in front of square on the onside. Picks up a single. These are good tactics. New batter coming in. Straight away he knows that runner ball is needed. Picks up a single, brings the Centurion back on strike.
what do you reckon, Nasir? Was that a good decision from Manzoor Elahi to bring Umar on, who hasn't bowled an over yet?
I was exactly thinking on these lines, that bowling a bowler who hasn't bowled yet, and that too the 18th over given to him to bowl. Well, you are playing with fire. You are playing with fire. There are only 2 options. High risk, high maneuver. Well, that backfired, and he went for 2 sixes and 4 wides. 19 runs came off that over. 19 of 6. The complexion of the game is totally changed.
Exactly, that wasn't a good decision from Manzoor Elahi there. Had he gone with his strike bowlers, that would have taken the game to the death. And it's always a bit that shaggy, that risky to score 10, 11 or 9 in the last over. We saw what happened last day in Mutton Premier League, and it was totally... At one stage it was looking like that Ali Jana will run away with this, but Nadeem Dar had other intentions. He clobbered Pedro for 19 in that over, and then we were off for a super over. And I think he should have gone with Saeed Sagar and Nadeem Butt to take this game to the death.
He was having options, but he chose Umar and he went for 19, and the plan backfired.
देखें आज बिजबेहारा क्रिकेट क्लब ने ये प्रूव किया है कि वो इस टूर्नामेंट की डिफेंडिंग चैंपियंस क्यों हैं. और जिस तरह आज पारी खेली है रोहन राठी ने, ये वो लंबे समय के लिए याद रखेंगे इस पारी को. बड़ा मंच, सेमीफाइनल का इस स्टेज, और आप शतक चला के जाते हैं और अभी भी नाबाद 105 पर, और ये इनिंग्स काफी समय के लिए याद रखेंगे. लेकिन फिलहाल 12 गेंदों से अभी भी 14 रन चाहिए, और नदीम बट के हाथ में गेंद. विकेट एक अब तक उनको मिला है, 3 ओवर 26 रन. हालांकि अनरकी जरूर रहे, वो कैच रोहन राठी का टर्निंग पॉइंट इस मुकाबले में साबित हो सकता है.
Yes, that's why they say catches win matches, and if you are able to pluck those catches, you convert half chances into wickets, and that's there you have that grab on the game, and you have to just grab the game by the scruff of its neck. That is outstanding. That is humongous.
नदीम बट को वही ट्रीटमेंट मिलता हुआ जो उन्होंने किया था बिजबेहारा क्रिकेट क्लब के गेंदबाजों को, और ये खराब गेंद, पटकती हुई गेंद, हिट मी बॉल थी, और इस स्टेज पे ऐसी गेंद करना नदीम बट निराश रहेंगे.
Beg your pardon, it's one bounce into the boundary at extra cover. I thought that the ball might carry herself over the boundary at extra cover. So a boundary of the first ball. Next delivery, slower ball, taking the pace off, bamboozling the batsman completely on that occasion. 10 needed of 10. Rohan Rathi, 109-57. Game changer in this match for Bijbehara Sports Club. Straight away coming from Delhi, and he plays for Delhi. He's played for Delhi in Sayyid Mushtaq Ali Trophy as well. And this time, that has been launched. That is double dose. That is 6. That might settle it perfectly in favor of Bijbehara Sports Club. That has been belted literally. Look at that. Middle of the bat. That's crisp.
वेल सेटल्ड बैटर हैं इस वक्त रोहन राठी, और आप शॉर्ट गेंदे उन्हें दे रहे हैं, हिट मी बॉल्स दे रहे हैं, और ये समझ से परे हैं. अगर आपके पास लोअर गति से गेंदबाजी है, अगर आपके पास बैकअप द हैंड है, तो आप इस तरह गेंदबाजी करेंगे तो वेल सेटल्ड रोहन राठी को वो कहाँ बख्शने वाले हैं.
Look, he is trying to bowl that delivery, and he was trying to bowl that slower delivery into the pitch. He's trying to get that spongy bounce, but he's not able to do so because he lacks pace, and that ball sits up nicely to be hit. Next ball. This time, that is the shot of the match, and that is game done, dusted. Champion knock of a champion player. Remember the name. Rohan Rathi has done it. What an innings. 121. He has carried the bat, and Bijbehara Sports Club are into the finals this year for the second consecutive time. Yet again, what a marathon effort this has been. Congratulations Bijbehara Sports Club. Congratulations Rohan Rathi for a marathon innings.
ये जीत है और ये इस बात का सबूत है. डिफेंडिंग चैंपियंस बिजबेहारा क्रिकेट क्लब इस मुकाबले को जीतते हुए. कमाल की पारी, रोहन राठी थोड़ा, और वो आखिरी विनिंग शॉट. कमाल की बल्लेबाजी इस खिलाड़ी ने खेली है. डाउन द ग्राउंड ये शॉट, और कमाल का बैक लिफ्ट नजर आता हुआ. और दिल्ली से ये खिलाड़ी बिलोंग करता है, और आज इस स्टेज पे, इस मंच पे ये इनिंग्स काफी लंबे समय के लिए वो याद रखेंगे. और ये दृश्य मैदान के, ये वो आखिरी शॉट, ये वो विनिंग शॉट एक बार फिर आपके कैमरा स्क्रीन पे.
Virat Kohli special once more. He hails from Delhi. Virat Kohli too hails from Delhi, and there is a lot of similarity in a couple of shots that he played. The wristy flick over long on, and that special where he holds the pose and hits it down the ground for a mighty one.
वो मेलबर्न की याद दिलाई थी जिसमें कोहली ने वो स्ट्रोक खेला था. कोहली goes down the ground, कोहली goes out of the ground, और ये दृश्य रोहन राठी के बल्लेबाजी में नजर आया.
That was on the back of a length delivery, though that too a slower delivery, but that was in the slot. But still, he chipped it and chipped it beautifully, and that shape once again, the still head position, that momentum and the base, that was important, and that's why he has been a champion player in this innings.
बिजबेहारा स्पोर्ट्स क्लब पहली टीम इस टूर्नामेंट की, इस प्रतियोगिता की, जो फाइनल्स में चली गई है. और कल दूसरी टीम आदिल फारूक से मैं जानना चाहूंगा इस मुकाबले के कमेंट्स. और ये आखिरी शॉट, एक बार फिर बार बार इस शॉट को देखें. जब भी आप इस स्ट्रोक को देखेंगे तो एज अ खिलाड़ी आपको ये शॉट बाएगा. आप इस शॉट की प्रैक्टिस करें, और ये खिलाड़ी यहाँ छाप छोड़ के गया है, और जो फाइनल में टीम जाएगी उसके लिए खिलाड़ी नजरों में रहेगा. आदिल फारूक, आपके कमेंट्स इस सेमीफाइनल के बारे में.
Absolutely, that was a signature shot. Had steady settle and that exact weight transfer, leaning onto the front foot and just holding the pose. And for me, that was the shot of the match. And tomorrow we will be back here, and it will be Purdue Rangers versus Al Safir.
जी हाँ, हम जुड़ जाएंगे आपको इस साथ प्रेजेंटेशन सेरेमनी में. दीजिए इजाजत, खुदा हाफिज.
मैन ऑफ द मैच परफेक्ट लेना आप
belakang itu auto sang biar. Suara? Sang. Susah. Mana? Itu bang. Baru aja nak buku. Lama kan? Baru naik gua.
Welcome to the post-match presentation ceremony of the first semi-final here at Bijbehara Sports Field. It was a brilliant game between two champion sides, Elegant Strikers Srinagar and Bijbehara Sports Club. In the end, only one team has to win, and today the victorious team was Bijbehara Sports Club after a clinical performance. In the post-match party, I'd like to invite the owner of Elegant Strikers to come here. I'd also like Rafiq sir to come here. I'd also like Gauhar sir to be a part of this, and Farooq sir to be a part of this post-match presentation party as well. There were some outstanding performances throughout the match. From Elegant Strikers, there were a couple of notable performances, but the show was stolen by one and only Rohan Rathi. An innings blazed with sixes and fours, 121 of just 59. He is our today's man of the match. I'd like to invite him to come for a few words and have his award as well. Rohan Rathi, the opening batsman from Bijbehara Sports Club. It will take some time for him to come here. 181 was the target that was achieved with 1 over to spare by Rohan Rathi and the other batters. An absolute champion knock. You can have your award from the owner of Elegant Strikers, Rafiq sir and Farooq sir collectively. Thank you. You can have a few words as well. जबरदस्त परफॉर्मेंस 121 और वो भी फाइनल में जब ओनर्स पे, क्योंकि हमने देखा है कि अक्सर फंसी है यहाँ पे बिजबेहारा स्पोर्ट्स क्लब, लेकिन एक चैंपियन नॉक और वो भी उस पिच पे जहाँ पे इससे पहले आपने खेला नहीं था.
थैंक यू सबको पहले तो, और अली जाना को भी जिन्होंने मुझे भेजा यहाँ पे, साकिब भैया का थैंक यू, और मुझे खिलाने के लिए रसूल भाई का थैंक यू. और लास्ट ईयर भी मैं फाइनल खेला था, बहुत अच्छा विकेट था. इस साल थोड़ा सा स्पिनर अटैक है इस पे और थोड़ा मुश्किल था, पर कोई नहीं, हो गया, चांस था.
दिल्ली से बिलोंग करते हो एंड विराट कोहली इज टू फ्रॉम दिल्ली. 2 शॉट्स थे आपके जो विराट कोहली के सिग्नेचर शॉट्स हैं. बहुत जबरदस्त फील हो रहा होगा जब आपको वो शॉट्स लगे थे मिडिल ऑफ द बैट.
नहीं, बस सीखना चाहता हूँ और सीखता ही रहता हूँ दिन पे दिन, और कुछ नहीं है बस.
क्या एटमॉस्फेयर लगा आपको, क्या डिफरेंट लगा आपको कश्मीर में खेलने में, और पर्टिकुलरली जब आप बिजबेहारा में खेलने आए और वो ड्रेसिंग रूम जहाँ पे पैरी उसकी उनकी एक्सपीरियंस और बहुत सारे जो प्लेयर्स हैं उनकी एक्सपीरियंस, क्या सीख लेकर के जाएंगे आप यहाँ से?
मैंने बताया पहले भी, मैं रोज सीखता ही रहता हूं, पर मुझे बहुत अच्छा लगा. और पैरी भैया का थैंक यू मुझे खिलाने के लिए और मुझे प्रमोट करने के लिए. और मैं लास्ट ईयर भी मैं खेला यहाँ पे फाइनल, तो उससे मुझे थोड़ा सा कॉन्फिडेंस था इस विकेट का, और मुझे बहुत अच्छा लगता है यहाँ पे खेलना, और बहुत अच्छा विकेट है और बहुत अच्छा एटमॉस्फेयर है यहाँ पे. थैंक यू.
एक आखिरी मैसेज, आप यहाँ के जितने भी बडिंग क्रिकेटर्स हैं जिन्होंने आपको आज देखा होगा बैटिंग करते हुए, क्या मैसेज रहेगी? 1 फाइनल वर्ड फ्रॉम यू.
कुछ नहीं, बस थैंक यू, और फाइनल में भी ऐसे ही खेलूंगा और यही कोशिश करूंगा जीतने के लिए बस.
Thank you for such a champion knock in an important game. This was Rohan Rathi, the man of the match for today's semi-final, and this is all from the post-match presentation party.